Come on.
Well, good afternoon, curling fans, and welcome to the A qualifier here at the Okotoks Curling Club for the ATB Classic. We are lucky and honored to be joined by Mr. John Dunn, the coach, the brains, the glue to Team Cooey. Welcome, John, to the event.
Well, thanks. It's nice to be here. You're putting me under a lot of pressure today. Tapping into my pearls of knowledge in curling, which is very limited, as you well know.
Well, it's funny. You get to hang around with probably the best player in the world right now and one of the best teams out there all the time. I'm sure you learned a little bit about curling.
Yeah, I mean, the absolute basic rudimentaries of there's a yellow rock and there's a red rock, and we both get 8 rocks to throw each. But I certainly do not know the nuances of the game, but it's not my job to know the nuances of the game, right? My job is to watch communication, watch their body language, watch the way they interact with one another, and then become a glorified babysitter when we're upset with one another. So that's pretty much my job.
Perfect. Well, that's good. You can tell us if they're getting down on each other
Oh,
while
yeah.
they're out there.
Oh, you'll know it. Somebody like Benny Hebert, you don't need me around to figure out whether Benny's happy or sad. Benny will let you know based on his body language and a heartbeat.
Perfect. Perfect. So we've got Team Cooey. Our feature match is Team Cooey against Team Jacques here on sheet 2. Both teams have gone undefeated so far at this point to the A qualifier.
This is really close.
They're doing their draw the button here for hammer. Team Jacques was pretty close to the button. I think they left him a couple inches to try and get it closer. This one seems like it's just a little hot.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, there we go. Just a reminder to all crowd, we're not censoring this right now, so there's no 10-second delay.
Yep.
So we apologize to any kids out there watching.
Definitely more gradual.
But while we get a chance, we want to definitely thank ATB and their sponsorship. Without them, we probably couldn't run events like this. I know ATB's been a huge supporter of Team Cooey over the years and curling here in Alberta, so we just want to send our thanks out to them. And, of course, a special thanks to the Okotoks Curling Club and the members and the great volunteers we have here at the club. We've been really lucky the last few years to host some big events, and the volunteers have definitely stepped up to the forefront. So. And last but not least, the town of Okotoks. They're really supportive of hosting lots of events, and anything we ask, they're usually there to help out. So we want to thank the town of Okotoks for sure.
Yeah, let's get a forcer, guys.
So, John, I heard a little bit of an accent there. Tell us exactly where you're from and how long you've been living here in Canada.
So born and raised in Glasgow, Scotland. Came to Edmonton in September of 1989.
89.
Yep, I came here as a young, how old would I have been then? Let's do the math here. 20.
Don't age yourself,
Yeah,
John,
no, that's
okay.
all. Everybody knows how old I am. So I was about early 20s when I got here, and I came to study at the University of Alberta, where I did both my master's degree and my PhD, working in the area of sports psychology. And then we had me and my wife married a Canadian girl who has been my wife since, when did we get married? 1994.
I'm sure she's not listening, so in case she
yeah,
messed that up.
exactly. No, yeah. And so we spent 3 years in Regina, believe it or not, from 94 to 97. We were both working at the university there before we both got hired back to the U of A, University of Alberta, in 1997, and that's where we have been ever since. I work in the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation at the U of A, and I've got 2 years to go until I pull the plug and I retire.
Wow. And how long have you been with Team Cooey? With Kevin specifically? We know
with
you.
Kevin, I think, if memory serves me correctly, the first year that I worked with them would have been late 2007, I think, was when we started. So we've been together pretty much 14 years since then. So it's been a long and prosperous relationship. I mean, I've been very fortunate, as you said, to work with one of the best curlers ever to play the game. So it's been a privilege and an honor to be part of the process.
Well, the conversation before the game was definitely how many Briars has Kevin Cooey won. So we know that's 4.
Yeah.
And the trivia is how many Briars has he won without you as his coach?
I think that would be 0, Mike.
0.
So, yeah,
so there you go.
Yeah.
You're the main reason Kevin Cooey's won anything in his career.
He can't fire me now, because he knows if he fires me now, that's it, it's over. He never wins another event. So.
How did that relationship start? How did you guys match up?
That's a great question. Actually, I'm actually going to go even before that relationship started. My introduction to curling was actually with women's curling, and it was Heather Nedwin
Okay.
who asked me
Great curler.
Yep, who asked me to get involved with her team. And of course, there's a little bit now of an Okotoks connection because Atina Johnson.
That's right. Yeah.
Played with Heather, and so and of course Atina now lives here and supports the club. I understand. Her and Wade are big parts of the club here, and so anyway, another person on that team, Lonnie McDonald.
Okay.
Lonnie, of course, is married to Blake McDonald, and so when I was finished with Heather's team, I think I worked with Heather's team for about 3 years, and then the girls disbanded. They were going to have their families, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And Blake McDonald, of course, was curling with Kevin at that time, and so. It was Blake that approached me and said, would I be interested in getting involved? And I said, sure, I can give it a go. And that was it. That's when we started together, and the rest is history.
Wow. It's funny how curling's such a small world. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, you get matched up with Heather Nedwin, and she played with Atina Johnson, who definitely is one of the top junior instructors here for Okotoks. Helps run our academy. Was a coach here at the Scotties last year. Volunteer of the year for Curling Alberta last year.
Yeah.
And her husband Wade used to curl with Blake Johnson as well. And now you're sitting here at Okotoks doing some live streaming.
There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
It's
everything goes around.
It sure does. And no, Atina was and I'm sure still is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. So. I cannot say enough good things about my time working with Atina. She was an absolute saint to work with. So much respect for her, and obviously Wade. I mean, I don't know Wade as well, but nonetheless.
Wade is just
people.
Nobody really cares about Wade anyway. When you're married to Atina, they don't care about Wade. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're off to not a lot of rocks in play here. We had a little bit of a miss by U of A early, and then Team Cooey wrapped one around, but we're seeing lots of curl out here on all the sheets, and you got to set your rocks up pretty exact or they'll be able to hit, so you can't really hide them behind any guards, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So the newest member to Team Cooey this year, John Morse, quite a talent, lots, real long resume.
Gotta go hard, Beach. Right to it.
Played lots with Benny and Kevin over the years on different teams. And what's it like on the team with the having John back with them?
Well, this is the first time that I've had the opportunity to work with John. Obviously, I've been able to admire his talent and achievements as an opposing coach. Watching him play, he just brings a wealth of experience to the team. He's an incredibly positive guy, and it's interesting that over the I've seen him curl, for 12, 13, 14 years now, and he's changed a lot in terms of, I like to refer to John as he was a bit of a wild child in his early days, but I mean, just an amazing teammate and super supportive, super positive guy. And
we gotta go back.
We've got to admit that right now we're in that honeymoon phase of a new team, right? We haven't. Even although we, by our standards, we're obviously disappointed that we haven't won the first two. I mean, because we go into every event expecting to win every event, and of course that's not how sport operates.
Yeah, I think so.
But we're still in that what I would call that honeymoon stage where we're getting to know one another. We're trying to figure each other out. But it's super. I mean, John's ability is unquestioned, right? He's still one of the best curlers in the world, and we're delighted that he's kind of come out of semi-retirement from the men's game to come back and play with us. And I know he's been playing in the mixed doubles, but he's a phenomenal guy, phenomenal shooter, just a tremendous asset. And I think we look at ourselves on paper and we genuinely believe that if we play our best, we're capable of winning every event that we step into, and that's a nice feeling to have.
Yeah, absolutely. With COVID going on, there's so many different changes this year, and fortunately, clubs like us have had a chance to benefit from having great teams come into play at our club, and enjoy our facility. Our members get to watch on the live stream, and you know, so it's a little bit of a blessing for us for sure. What does Team Cooey think about being able to participate here in Alberta and realize there's lots of good competition here in the province? I mean, we have Brendan Botcher on the sheet next to us, which again we know is one of the top teams in the world as well. But they get to play against a lot of young teams. So are they embracing that as well?
Oh,
or
absolutely. In fact, I mean, we are incredibly, you know, first of all, incredibly thankful and grateful to all the communities who have stepped up and said yes to hosting these events in Alberta this you know, during this crazy period. So you know, on that front, you know, amazing. And to be honest, you know, we feel very thankful that we're getting to play at all, because as a new team, if we had gone 6 months without playing and all of a sudden next year as we're leading into the trials as our first season together, we would have been in big trouble, right?
Yeah.
So for us, we don't care who we're playing or where we're playing. And sometimes it's nice to get a fresh look. You know, that we don't know the teams we're playing. We don't know what they're going to do. And so, and I think the critical thing that we all recognize as well is the depth of curling in Alberta is unbelievable. Right?
That's crazy.
I mean, there's no province in Canada that has the depth of curling that we have right now. And so, I don't care if, you know, 90% of these teams are not on the Grand Slam circuit. It doesn't matter. They can beat you on any given day. If we don't play well, if we don't show up, we're going to lose. So what a blessing it is to be in Alberta right now from our perspective, because there's many other provinces that simply do not have what we are getting right now, and this is going to help us long term. For obviously our goal is to try and win the next Olympic trials and then win the Olympics. So
there you go. Yeah, no,
so
that's well said. That's good stuff.
Yeah, we're very, very happy.
Well, and I know a young team like Team Jacques, right out of juniors here, they're probably super excited to be able to come out here and play against one of the top, you know, teams in the world right now, and just see where they rank up. I mean,
exactly.
It's pretty good, and we know Jacques won that first event of the year, and so that was big for them to get going. And now here they are in another A qualifier. So.
Oh yeah, no, I mean for them this accelerates their development, doesn't it? I mean,
absolutely.
They're getting a chance to play against the best team, you know, against us and against Brendan Botcher, and you know, what other sports give you that opportunity to play against two of the top 4 teams in the world?
Yeah, exactly.
In your own doorstep,
really
right?
No, it's not going to happen in any other sport for sure.
No.
Top 4, top 8.
And just down the street too, not very far.
Exactly.
Top 4, that's good. Top 4, roll there.
So we saw a little bit of a mistake there, roll out, and now Cooey's going to try and force here. They got to bury one in behind the center. It's hanging out there a while, but we know we get lots of late finish.
Good shot, Koo.
Wow, great sweep.
Coming down there. Good throw, Kev. I think you roll open and then, yeah.
Or do we try to roll? I don't
Maybe.
think we can nose it.
No.
Let's give this a try.
John, you're not staying out in the RV with the boys, are you, over the weekend? No?
We're not staying in there.
Oh, okay, good.
But we're certainly using that between games. No, that's a pretty cool thing the boys have got going this year. It's lots of fun, and in many ways it's ideal, right? That after games we can just get in there and have a chat and relax. And you know, Benny and John are playing their crib and you know doing the stuff that they do. So no, thankfully we're actually all the boys are staying at home, right? We're staying at Benny's place and we're staying at Kev's place. So
perfect.
Again, we're so lucky that it's such a close commute for us.
Yeah, well, I know your team's been a big part of getting this schedule set up this year here in Alberta, especially Ben and some of these other top teams. So it took us a while to get it all set up, but once we did, I think we're pretty excited with what we have right now. Yeah,
and you know what really impresses me the most is, you know, every club is taking this whole COVID situation seriously. Nobody's messing around. Everybody's wearing face masks. Procedures are great. I mean, if we get a COVID case, it's not because people were being careless. It's been super impressive, and I think you know, anybody who hasn't been to a club to, and of course we can't let fans in to watch these games, but the clubs have taken this incredibly seriously. So have the players, and there's too much at stake, both health-wise and playing-wise. So no, super job from everybody who's pulled together to make this happen.
Oh, that's great. Yep. No, it's been pretty. It's been a trying year so far, but definitely everybody's working together to make things happen. And I think, like you said, these players, they just want to play. They'll do whatever it takes to be able to play right now. So
exactly.
Well, they rolled open a little bit there, so Cooey's going to try and roll
Wait,
under the
throw
center
that.
guard, but right
Normal?
now he's got the force point. A nose
Yeah,
hit
okay.
here, just a little inside roll will definitely make Jacques have to draw for his one. Or play a nose hit for one. That's the goal start in the end for Team Cooey for sure, is to try and force Team Jacques to take it single.
It's good, Kev.
Whoa, whoa! Please! Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Whoa! Whoa!
This is going to be
Go,
close.
Johnny,
Real
go, go,
close.
go!
Good try.
Real
Good call,
close.
boys.
But they had to make sure they stuck around because, like I said, the force is on here. I'd play a nose hit for his one, but they've done their job.
Yeah.
So it's obviously it's a little challenging for BJ to get into practice lots. And do the boys just practice a lot on their own, or how many team practices do you guys get in?
So obviously when events are coming up, we've always made the commitment that BJ will be here at least a day in advance, and so that at least gives him that one opportunity for the team practice. And you know, even with everybody's work schedules, the guys, you know, Ben and Kevin and John are really good at getting together. And you know, of course, working with Paul Webster at the Glencoe. Paul has been a huge part of Kevin Cooey's success. I mean, you know, Paul has been there for although Paul obviously worked with any team in the national team program, it's just that he worked with us more than most, simply because he's you know, he's there in Calgary, and that's where
right.
Kevin is.
Yeah.
But
You're good.
he's just such an amazing resource and wealth of knowledge, and so you know, we take advantage of that as much as possible. So no, the boys are fully committed to getting together as much as possible, and obviously the challenges for BJ, but we're not alone in that. I would say
No,
probably,
you're
you know,
right.
80% of the elite teams have people spread out, and you know, the key is that you just trust one another, that when you're on your own, I mean, obviously for BJ now it's impossible to practice because they've just shut down in
Yeah, I
Manitoba.
saw that the rec centers everywhere,
Yep.
all the curling clubs have shut
Yep.
down in Manitoba. They're in like the red zone there, so he's probably happy to be here right now.
Absolutely, yeah. In fact, we were just saying that, you know, it's fortunate that we've got back-to-back events. The boys are heading off to Penticton,
Next
which
weekend?
is going to be a stacked field. Like, that's going to be probably the one elite event that I think, with the exception maybe of Brad Gushu, I think every one of the other top teams in Canada is going to be there. So that'll be
a good test.
it will be a good test. That's where everybody will see where they're standing right now.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So
Slightly different.
yeah, and we're here in Okotoks. We're actually hosting a ladies event next weekend, and we ourselves have one of the top events in the country. We're going to have names like Team Homan, Jennifer Jones, Carrie Anderson, Shy Digger, Walker.
That's a stacked field.
Yeah.
You won't get a stronger field in Canada than that.
No, it's we're pretty excited to host them. So next weekend they get to come out here and enjoy the lots of curl that they're seeing out here right
oh
now.
yeah, they are. The rocks are sweeping here, big time.
Okay, Benny, just pass half here.
Okay.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, my understanding is that your ice maker here is also going to be doing the men's provincials. Is that correct?
Well, that's me. So
okay, well there we go.
So,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
I
learning
am.
as we're moving along here.
Really
Good
good.
eye,
Just
good
clean
eye.
early. Just
well,
clean
there's a
early.
couple of us, myself and a guy out of
Looks a little
Leduc,
light, looks a little
Brad
light.
Harkey, are going to be doing the ice in the provincials. So
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hard, John!
the announcements will be coming out soon where it's going, and
Hard, John!
yeah, we're looking forward to it. But pretty
Keep
much
going.
got a provincial field right here in
Big boys.
Okotoks. I mean,
Yep.
a lot of these teams, you're going to see
Oh,
them
yeah.
again when
Oh,
we get up
yeah.
to provincials. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's hard to believe we're going to have, we'll have 4 of the top 15 teams in Canada just at our provincials. They're in the building right now
Yeah.
with Sturmey, Hardy, and of course Cooey and Botcher, let alone a lot of these young up-and-coming teams
Yeah.
that are only getting better.
Exactly. No, it's a good place to cut your teeth, is Alberta.
Well, we saw him put up a corner guard here. Cooey's going to go on the offense again. It's an even end, and for those of you watching, in case you're wondering, we're heading away from the glass as the home end due to COVID regulations. We've started the sheets on different ends, so sheets 2 and 5 are starting on the far end just to avoid congested areas.
Top 12.
Just another way we're trying to make sure everybody stays safe and all our staff and members are safe here at Okotoks.
Okay,
Got a question, will we be streaming next weekend? Yes, if you look over at my production crew over here, they're going to be around next weekend. We're going to show every draw of the ladies event, so definitely tune in. Tell your friends. Share it on Facebook. We're going to stream as much as we can here so people can enjoy curling, because we're definitely going to see lots of great games. Well, it's a great execution behind the corner there. So on your team, do you guys talk lots about communication while you're out there? I mean, that's your kind of expertise, and we know that's really important, especially in curling and in all sports. And
yeah, no, I mean, we're definitely don't have what I would call a formal strategy, right? I mean, we're very much, or maybe that's more to do with my style. I'm not somebody that really, you know, it's got to be ABC and everything's got to be ABC. But we talk about the importance of making sure that everybody's on the same page. If we don't know what's going on, we talk about, hey, ask a question rather than tell, because if you ask a question and you get an answer that doesn't make sense, hey, get that guy out the hack, stand up, and we go again. So, no, I mean, we talk about it all the time. We emphasize it all the time. And of course, I always laugh, not disrespectfully, but, you know, people like to be very critical of the speed of play with Team Cooey, and oh my God, why do they spend so much time? And you know, and of course they then start to read into, are we indecisive? Are we not sure what we're doing? And nothing could be further from the truth,
no,
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
We're just a team, and Kevin's a player that just wants to make sure that he's got all the information in front of him. And I've been with him, as I say, for 14 years, and I'll tell you what, we've never run out of time once.
No,
right? So
there you go.
You know, I think maybe I can think of 2 occasions. One in particular, in the provincial final against Kevin Martin. It might have been about 2011, where we probably could have done with an extra 20 seconds of time to think something through a bit more. But I mean, how many times has Kevin stood in the hack and there's 5 seconds left, and he's just he's very comfortable with that, right?
That
so
should have been back.
So the communication thing is huge, but we're not going to rush communication. We believe more information is better than too little information.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely you definitely hear the comments out there about they're always last minute, but sometimes that makes it exciting for the fans.
Yep.
You know, you get down to that 20 seconds, and Kevin doesn't seem to be phased with it.
No.
You know, do you guys actually practice that scenario lots, or
no, it's just Kevin. I mean, he's so comfortable as long as he knows what he's got, and you know, you'll see situations where he's down at this end in his last rock, and he's, you know, checking out the house. He's having it'll be now obviously John he's talking to. But Ben and BJ will be at the other end. That rock will be ready. It'll be cleaned, and so, you know, and then Kevin will get in the hack, and Benny will turn to him and say, "You've got 15 seconds left." And for Kevin Cooey, that's an eternity, right?
Yeah,
so
that's right.
yeah, it's just not an issue. I mean, it's again, it's not out of disrespect that I laugh, but you know, people on the outside have no idea what we do in the inside, and so everybody's allowed an opinion. Everybody's allowed to have their say, but at the end of the day, it's not something that we ever worry about.
No, there you go.
What are we thinking here for speed, fellas? This is a little bit of a new spot for us.
I think it's the same here.
Okay. Talking on, Johnny.
I mean, that's a great example of communication right there, right? Benny talking about a little bit of a new path and just confirming with John, are we all on the same page? And yes, we are. Doesn't mean you'll always make the shot, but as long as that conversation's happened, then that's a good day at the office.
Yeah, that's great.
No backing!
Weight's really good.
Fair beach! Whoa, guys. Whoa, guys. Whoa, guys. Boy, Johnny.
Wow, great throw.
That was a team shot right there, right, Mike?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
You heard the communication at the start. You heard the communication all the way down, and that was fabulous.
What was he?
A lot of shots in curling are all about team shots for sure. I mean, we try and tell our recreational curlers that all the time. It's not about, once you've let the rock go, you got no control over it after that. It's all the sweepers and the guy calling the line.
So
and
what are we thinking, 14 or 14 quarter?
Your job's to slide out for 25 feet and let her go, and then it's the sweeper's responsibility after that, along with the line caller. So
and as you know, at this level, I mean, the sweeping is so good, right?
Oh,
they have such an impact on where that rock ends up. I mean, I don't know the first thing about the mechanics of sweeping, but I'll tell you what,
Good, guys.
I've seen rocks travel an extra 2 or 3
Line's good.
feet as a result of world-class sweepers just pounding it from pillar to post.
Yeah, well, Ben Ebert's definitely been known as one of the greatest of all time for sure, and still is. And it's a lot easier to make shots when you got him pounding the rock going down there for sure.
And BJ, I mean, as you saw, I mean, BJ's in phenomenal shape as well.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
BJ might not be a big guy, but he's
Hey,
going
Beach,
to
make it.
generate. He's going to be.
It's a quarter rock.
I mean, the way they're trying things right now. Obviously, BJ is going to be doing more sweeping than John, but I'm super impressed the way BJ and
It's really
and Ben are working right now.
That's awesome. So that was a good question there. One of the reasons you have John holding the broom is just experience, or is it BJ's ability to
Probably
sweep?
less than a quarter beach.
You know, there's multiple things going on here. There's that. There's dynamics. There's, you know, who's calling line, who's. No, Ben Hebert. For people who don't know what's going on right now, Ben Hebert's looking through the glass, checking out the food that is placed in front of Mike right now. So. But yeah, no, the question on that is we had to make a decision. We wanted, and we're not locked into anything right now. But you know, BJ has been one of the top thirds in the world for the last 5 or 6 years, and so you know, why disrupt that? Why disrupt that continuity that we already have? But we thought that with John's experience, and I mean, because John is one of the best line callers in the world.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And that's no disrespect to BJ, but when you've got somebody of John's experience, why would you not want that in the house when Kevin Cooey's trying to make a shot to win a championship? So that's pretty much the rationale right now. And John himself, I mean, you know, he might not be known for his sweeping, but he's no slouch
He's no
either.
slouch sweeper either.
Right.
No, absolutely not.
Hard John! Hard John!
And when Ben's screaming at you like that, you better learn to sweep.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And even, you know, it's
Big three,
interesting, you know,
well,
in terms of
7-8.
personalities, right? You know,
I like
Ben is very active,
Sure.
you know, wants to get on the rock early, and BJ is much more passive and calm. So you've got the yin and the yang there on the sweeping, right? Which then hopefully together
Okay.
makes a good sweeping combination. The last thing you want is two people that are a little passive or two people that are overly
10-8
aggressive,
last
right?
Yeah,
So
no, that's right. Great point.
so there's lots of stuff that we look at in terms of the personality piece that helps us, you know, make these decisions. We don't know if we've made the right decision yet. That's why we're playing, right, to try and figure this out.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome.
Whoa. No. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people think you just put 4 talented guys together like that and it's going to be a huge success. And
No.
there's a lot more to it to be prepared for it and understand all team dynamics. And, But
I mean, I remember our first year with I guess 2 versions
Come
ago
off
when
just make the double on him right now.
we had Mark and Ben and Langer and Kevin, and you know we put that team together in 2015, and on paper it was like, oh my God, this is it, and we were terrible. In that first year, no, we were. Let's face it. In that first season, we were terrible. I mean, we went to the Calgary Briar. I mean, I think the only event we won was provincials. We got to the Calgary Briar and we didn't qualify. And I mean, we sat down and we hammered it out for a weekend of what do we need to do, what do we need to change. And you know, once we realized you can't just rely on having 4 of the best curlers in the world to make a team. And then from that moment forward, you know, we were terrific because we got to know each other, we got to understand each other, we got to, you know, we got comfortable with each other, how to communicate, and then, as I say, the rest was history. And obviously, we're still super disappointed that we didn't come home with an Olympic medal, but I think we showed what we were capable of over those next 3 years.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know there's not a lot of people that were, you know, we wanted obviously Canada to get a medal at that Olympics, but nobody was disappointed with the character that team showed while they were there. It was pretty amazing to watch, and definitely the best team at the time to represent us at the Olympics. So it was amazing to watch for sure.
No, winning those Olympic trials will always be a highlight of my career. That event is so hard to win. You know, I've never been, personally for me, I've never been as tired in my life as I was in that event. So, no, the boys super proud of.
Wolkev.
That's a heck of a shot. If it sticks around.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
So yeah, no. As I say,
What?
I mean, everybody in Canada knows what it means to represent Canada at the Olympics, and those trials are. It is the hardest event in curling
I'd
to
much
win.
rather.
Oh,
well,
no,
But
there's
for us,
not-
the hardest event in curling to win.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. This never going to find a stronger field anywhere in the world in
No.
any
what if you
event,
just
and,
freeze to that one? I mean,
and everybody's at peak performance at that time.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they
Well,
gear
you
up
only
just
cut
for
two
that
out,
event,
really,
and
you
then
gotta be on half.
I find that
Not
might
great.
be some of the issue, maybe with our setup is, you know what, we gear up for those trials, and then realistically, it's hard
Yeah.
to
Okay, let's do that then.
regenerate and go 2 months later to the Olympics. So
Yeah, there's things.
like that.
I mean, it's an
putting it
issue,
in
but
the
at the same time, I mean, we're taking the best prepared teams imaginable there, and so sometimes shit happens. Pardon me, and things just don't work out. Right?
well, and the world is getting better.
They
I mean,
sure are.
There's no doubt the world is. Some of the best teams are out there right now with Nicholas
Oh,
Sedin.
exactly.
Yeah, so there's no slouches anymore.
No, there's no tap-ins.
Well, big shot here. He's going to try and play a little quiet nose hit and roll here, I believe. Got to be real careful here. This could end up being a big end for Team Cooey with a slight mistake, or maybe they're going to hit through the hole. No, looks like they're going to play the nose hit here. Trying not to set up a double, that's for sure.
Line's good.
Best thing for these young teams
Line
in this
good.
situation, they got to know how precise they need to be.
Tight line.
So it looks like he's playing the freeze on the
Oh,
white
yeah, he's
one,
playing
isn't
a
he?
freeze
Real
on
tight.
the side there. Got to be exact here.
Gotta get it back, guys. Hard, as far as it goes. Far as it goes, far as it goes. Go, 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 go. Hard.
And that,
So Kevin might be able to play a little flat double there. I don't know if he would take it on, but
yeah, it's about an inch, maybe a couple inches
I still
too
don't mind
deep.
her.
Maybe it
You like
might be
this?
a little tough,
I
but
think he'll take it on.
I think there's, if anybody's going to make this,
You
it's
got
going to be Kevin.
He might
Probably
not-
go flying out the
What turn are
side.
you thinking?
Yeah, exactly. he might not get it out the rings, but he's definitely going to move that that center row.
Yeah, he's got to watch where that red spins off the yellow. It might
Yep.
just spin off him.
Like, and lose our shooter out the back.
Yeah, I like half stone, but I think half stone we got to fill. We'd have to get
Oh.
the intern for the more chalk, you know,
I'm just worried about
like more
bumping that
chalk,
red one buried.
a little lower on this. Because a half
happens
stone
if
with
we-
the
what happens if
outturn,
we nose it?
I think you're catching this and it's staying there.
Well, then we jam this though, and I mean,
Another thing is, which is keel weight, hit and roll.
Well, to our
I don't
viewers
even-
out there,
I
now, if
mean,
you
I
have
don't
any
know if they're here
questions for
anyway,
John, now would be the time. You don't get a chance.
No,
An
I like this.
opportunity like this to have one of the best coaches out there for
I don't think so, Beach.
Team Cooey sitting
it
here.
jams no
So if
matter
you have
what.
any questions, definitely send them our way, and
I think it's a thin half.
maybe he'll try and answer them. Just make sure they're not about curling. Don't ask about strategy, he said.
Strategy and technique, yeah, leave them alone.
Yeah.
What are you trying to hit, Kev? Okay. Sure.
Here he's going to try and take on the double here.
So there's a good example. I mean, a very simple example. You know, Benny asked him exactly what exactly you're trying to hit, so that Ben knows as that rock's going down there. You know, what is the goal here? How many times do people just, oh well, he's just trying to hit it, and we'll hope for the best, right? That's just a very simple example of good communication. Sounds like he's wide out of his hand.
Yeah, maybe a little full. Close.
Hard. Oh, can't sweep, can't sweep. Good shot. Good enough.
Still pretty good
Oh, it's
though.
good enough.
Well,
We're
really
worth it.
good. So looks like they're probably sitting 30 over there. There you go. Look at our great camera work. 3 yellows right now.
What do you think of that?
Well, why don't you just play it this way? Then we'll be 2-3, and then he draws for 2. I don't think we overcomplicate this. I think we cut our losses at this point, hey? Okay.
There you go. They're just going to concede the 2. We're going to rip the double on the high side here, give up their deuce, and take that as a minor victory.
And as you know, Mike, that's the great thing about this sport. I mean, they're now strategically playing to give up a deuce, but Kevin's still got to make his last shot, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's the great thing about this sport. It's never. I mean, it's so cliche, isn't it? But you've got to make that shot, no matter how easy it looks. How many times have we seen, the easiest shots are the ones that sometimes are the ones that are easiestly missed, right?
No, that's correct. Yeah, you got to focus on every shot, no matter what is, and you'll be able to tell us this, that no matter how difficult it is, you got to bring the same kind of focus. Stick to your routine. We tell young curlers all the time that routine is important. No matter what happens, try and stick to that. Even if you get into a pressure situation, that'll.
Get up a little more.
Good shot.
Okay.
Oh, man. Now that's.
I wonder if Kevin will take on the run back for 3.
I think he. It's hard to see what the hole's like.
No, just going to throw a draw for 2.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Speed's the same.
yeah, I like that question idea. I mean, that's definitely, and then that puts a precise thought into the thrower's mind as well. It's where do you got to hit, and it's an exact
I think so,
answer,
too.
I'm assuming.
You
and,
bet.
Yeah, we talk a lot about that as, the whole precision idea. I mean, acknowledging that you're not going to be inch perfect even 60% of the time, but we should try to be inch perfect all the time, right?
That's right.
Because that's it's no different than the golfer, right? The golfers, they don't just say, well, I'll hit it somewhere on the green, right? Pick a spot, pick a line, and it dials in the focus.
That's right.
I think the most common, and again, I'm not going to start talking strategy here to you, Mike, but how often do we see guards that are thrown, and people seem to be satisfied with anywhere within 2 or 3 feet. Well, that's 2 or 3 feet with a guard can make a world of difference, right? Why do we not demand that a guard is right here, as opposed to roughly around here is good enough? No. At this level, that's not going to get you championships, right?
No, that's right. No. Yeah, I think more precise expectations brings more precise misses too.
Yep.
You get into where you do miss by that little bit, but you're more precise for where you want it to be.
Absolutely.
Well, that was a great deuce by Cooey, well generated. Obviously, could have been a lot more if he had made that double, but he'll be happy with his deuce, move on, even end, and he'll look to force again here in the third
If you
end.
plant it, yeah, but if you plant it, beads, their red squirts to here.
Yeah, that's the difference.
It's never going out, but it's always squirting to here. Like we hit the top of it. If you hit dead into the side and plant, it's coming this way.
Literally like,
Yeah.
with peel weight, I have to.
Oh yeah.
So even that what you're listening to there, right? The end is over, but they're still debriefing the shot. Did we make the right shot?
Right, 2/3.
Because there's the great learning moment, right? The second it's happened, it's freshest in everybody's mind. Let's go over it, let's analyze it, and then obviously now we move on and we leave it behind. So that's a great example of on-ice communication that nobody really talks about, but the best time, to get information about something that's happened is instantly, because you've all just lived it, right?
That's right, yeah.
As long as you're not emotional about something. Once the emotions kick in, then forget it. Then you're wasting your time. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be honest with yourself and honest with your team, what happened in the scenario for sure. And
Yeah, at least.
Heart!
well, they're going to try and keep the pressure on here, put up a center guard, and then you're going to see Jake's be a little more aggressive this end. He's calling for a corner guard. I like when these young teams want to mix it up with the likes of Kevin Cooey.
Yeah.
Showing no fear themselves.
Well, this is where you learn, right? I mean, I'm sure Jacques does believe that he can beat us today, but if we're playing this game 20 times, we're probably going to win 17 at the moment, right?
Yeah.
So why not put yourself in a position where, hey, this is a chance to see how good my offense is against one of the best teams in the world. So, and I'm sure Rob Krebs, their coach, is, while he would love to win this game, this is an opportunity to grow as a team, right? It's not about winning this game or this event. It's about where am I going to be in 4-6 years' time, right? That's got to be the master plan.
No, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of these young teams, that's got to be their goal. This is development year, and definitely, like you said, they get to fast track that development by playing some great competition. But
Line's good.
at the end of the day, they got to realize it's a little bit of a development for sure.
Yep.
Stick to the game plan, have a goal in sight, and try and reach that goal.
Yeah, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right?
Just
Gonna
a
make it
little
out. Yeah, that's a mistake.
slid in the rings. You don't see Benny miss too many on his first couple rocks, that's
Nope,
for sure.
No, he is so consistent.
Oh,
Easy here? Yeah, it's nice and quick underfoot.
you're probably not going to find anyone with more confidence than Ben Hebert.
Yeah, no, yeah. And he's a gamer. He's a guy that he always shows up, right?
Yeah.
Easy!
Doesn't mean he always plays well, but he always shows up.
They're going to go hard here for line.
This is whipping across.
Yeah. Little, might work out.
Oh, jeez.
Is it going to spin in? Wow. And stuck around behind the corner.
That was the. Yeah, he couldn't try that if he couldn't do that if he tried it. But again, there's the sport, right? You just accept that it's done and
There's in the rings you can.
play the rocks as they lie, not how they got there, right?
That's right.
Because they're biting. We just want to be full 12.
Got to be top 12 here. Like they recognize, there's so much curl out here that if it slides into the top 4, that Jacques will be able to get to it and stick around. So
Pretty close. Line only, weight's good.
Yeah, we can go.
So now that we've got the coach of Kevin Cooey here, tell us really what gets Kevin Cooey excited out there. Like what really gets him? He's so relaxed on the rink. It looks like nothing bothers him, but there's got to be something out there.
Well, you know what? We affectionately talk about Briar Kevin. Kevin's about winning Olympics, winning Briars, and winning World Championships. You know,
Yeah.
it's you look at his he almost could become the first curler in history to win more Briars than Grand Slam titles, right? Because Kevin,
That's his goal, is the Briars, what you're saying.
He's not motivated by the money. He absolutely doesn't care. He loves the sport, but he's a different beast when you get him. When he's playing for that Canada jacket, when he's playing for that national title, that's what he lives for, right? And not that he doesn't want to win every event, but he won't lose 2 seconds of sleep. If he loses this game here today, he won't lose 2 seconds of sleep, right? Whereas Ben Hebert will lose 2 seconds.
He might not sleep for a week.
Exactly, right? And that's the difference but that's what's so much fun about working with high performance athletes, right? Is figuring out what is their drive or what is their motivation, right? And with Kevin, it's it's like he'll go down in history as one of the best ever, but for him it's about pulling on that Canada jacket. It's about winning Briars and Worlds.
I think that's the call.
That's it. That's what drives him.
There you go.
Shot. If I can nut it and take away that corner by choking
Definitely one of the greatest performers I've ever seen play in the Briar.
And under
Worlds.
pressure, I don't think you'll ever see anyone as good under pressure. People might be as good, but they'll never be better. He has got ice in his veins.
What about this? What about this?
And as I've said to many people many times, his greatest asset
Leave this one
is that
open,
he's not
double
afraid
guard
to
arch.
lose.
Wow.
Really, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're not afraid to lose, then it doesn't mean you won't lose. Of course you will. But when you've got that absolutely, tomorrow's another day, right here, right now, I've got an opportunity to win. That's where his mind is always at. He's never worried about losing. So that makes him an incredibly difficult opponent to play against.
I don't have to throw a howitzer. Peel. Yeah,
So if they're going to play a little run back here on these
make
reds,
that runner, Johnny. 3/4.
get rid of one, roll for a center. They notice they recognize there's a few little nibblers there that they don't like. A little tight out of his hand.
No.
Shoot. Okay. Going off our own.
Yeah, it's got to be great for those teammates to play for a guy like Kevin. He doesn't show any emotion either way.
Going
So,
for our own.
you miss a shot, you're never going to see him get mad and bang his broom.
No, he's the ultimate teammate that way.
Okay. Is there any merit to roll into a corner, or is that too hard? Like, we can never nose it, of course. If you roll out, you roll out. You can roll basically anywhere, hey? Of those?
Well, that might help them. If they make the double, we have a blank still.
Okay, I don't mind this peel. Sure.
They're going to go straight peel here. Again, they're in a situation they notice that center guard's not helping them right now. Was a little wide out of his hand here. Might come off his own.
He got the back one, that's all right.
Yeah, and his other one stayed in the ring, so
What?
they are sitting two right now.
Slip off his own.
Probably see Kevin hit the top one and
Okay,
try and
let's
roll
make
in.
it here, guys. No, he was peeling the guard. Okay, he's just hit and roll in there anywhere is pretty good.
Hey, we're gonna expect it. We gotta expect it. Don't get frustrated.
No, it's all good.
So that's good, right? What
Great
you heard John say there
combination.
was right. That's the second time that Jake's teams get lucky there, and that's what John's just saying. Hey, this is curling. This is they've had two big breaks so far, and you just got to expect it. You've got to accept it.
Yikes.
That one was wide.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little full on that one. Tried to make a curl, but got to the nose. Now Jake has a chance to split the rings here.
Sure. Yeah. This is kind of intermediate. I don't think the intermediate passes are that effective. Okay. Similar speed to my T-line one last time. Just take 5 feet off. Okay.
Gotta be precise here. Gotta be top 8 and completely buried. Can't. If anything, you want to over curl here, because if you show Kevin Cooey's team a piece of the center line side here, they will definitely play the double. Going hard for sweeping here. Trying to get it in the right location. Looks like it's pretty good. Yeah, I think that'll do the job. It may be a little too thin for the double at this moment, so you might see him hit Kevin Cooey hit and roll off the one in the 8 foot. Try and roll in behind the center.
Okay, dial it in here. Control weight.
Forward! Forward! Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh.
There go here.
Roll it, roll it, roll it!
Whoa.
No.
What a great line call.
Again, great team shot, right, Mike?
Wow.
Everybody was involved in that shot.
Absolutely spectacular.
Okay. Yeah, I like my end.
They just make those shots look so easy. I mean, that probably the hardest shot in curling, the hit and roll exact to the right spot. I mean, they say the professionals, which would be these guys, only make it about 50% of the time perfectly. So there you go.
And what's most impressive there, Mike, is, I mean, BJ had BJ essentially almost had a 0 on his last throw, right?
That's right.
And immediately brought it back, immediately dialed it in, and got the job done, right? How many people are still thinking about the shot they've just had, or, oh, I let my teammates down, I feel embarrassed, and BJ just let it go, next shot, and you see that execution, right?
That's right, exactly.
Because you don't really want to.
Well, we got a split second here. We definitely want to show a thank you to our sponsor, ATB. Without them, this event probably could not happen. So they've been a great supporter of Team Cooey and, of course, curling in Alberta. We're lucky to have them sponsor the ATB Classic at Banff and now the ATB Classic here in Okotoks. So thanks, ATB. If anybody's out there watching, maybe my wife, she works for ATB, so she might be watching. Doubt it, but unless her son's playing, she really doesn't watch very often. Well, they're going to keep the pressure on here and going to throw up a center guard. They recognize that rock is in a great position to steal.
That's all it is. Halfway. Yeah, that's it. Line's good. It's all there. Right to your broom. All the way to your broom. Line's good. Beach. Line's good. Beach, just clean. Beach, 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 beach. Hard, hard beach. Hard beach. Finish it. Go, 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 go. Harder. Good one. Harder. Good shot, Kev.
Very nice. Manage that rock down there. Really nice.
I don't mind that.
It's a long.
My only concern with the split is you split us open, he hits and rolls the second one back, and now there's 2 in the top 8, and you got no.
What about a tiny split? Like half a rock right there.
Or what if you just come up a foot light and you just stagger him? That's no good.
Yeah. It's just this is a really tough shot.
It is.
To make good. If I miss this yellow, he just guards it again.
Yeah.
You know. I think we give it a try.
Sure. Okay, so you're literally.
So they're trying to set something up for their next shot. Got to be extremely careful here, like Desmond had said. Bump this open too far, and Cooey draws, hits and rolls under again. You're going to be looking at 2 completely buried. So you don't curl at all, John? You haven't curled at all yourself?
I did many years ago. Unfortunately, I've got bad back, bad knees, bad hips, bad ankles. So I had a great life as a kid growing up, but I abused my body to the point where, guess what? It doesn't take that abuse anymore. So no, you will not see me on the ice, because if I slid, I'm not getting back up. It would be a 1 slide event for me.
Oh God! Well, at least you're honest about it.
Oh yeah, no, I have no regrets, as I say, when they put me in the grave. There's going to be nothing left in the body to use, which is how I want to go out.
So you were a soccer guy, is that what you're telling me?
Soccer and rugby were my sports.
Oh, sorry,
football.
football.
Yeah, football and rugby. Those were my sports growing up as a kid.
Well, rugby explains a lot.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Curl. Big roll on shooter.
Yeah, well, we've got one of our ice makers here has been working with me for about 10, 11 years. Peter Keenan is actually from Shetland Islands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Shetlander.
he is, and he's a way better soccer player than curler as well. But he's actually a pretty good curler. So we played in that provincials in 2012 in Camrose. When Cooey won to go to the Briar that year and lost to Howard in the final.
If we knows it, we're not second shot.
I think actually, is that one? Was it Virtue that was we played in
Virtue?
the final?
That's right. Yeah, Brock Virtue.
Yeah. I see he's back together again. He had the old band back
It's
together
the
again.
exact same team from that year, too. Yeah, the exact same team from that event. So a little different. Virtue was skipping back then, and I think Thomas was playing second, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty sure that's the team from back then.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock when they took down Kevin Martin in the semi-final. We certainly weren't unhappy about that one, I can tell you. No disrespect to Brock, but you'd rather play Brock than the old bear in the final of a provincial championship.
Yeah. If he knows it, are we second shot? Yes, okay.
Well, their fear could come true here. Trying to play hit and roll, but they are playing.
Yeah, Kevin's got to be careful here as well, because he could easily leave a double if he doesn't make this, and then this is still in play for Jacques here.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The beauty of this sport, right? It's so back and forward. It's all about making shots, and if you don't make them, things change in a hurry.
Whoa! Clean! Yep!
It's really good. Little down if anything.
Whoa! Yep!
Real close here.
Yep! Go it! Go! Hard! Good.
So, well, I guess the double would be easy to jam there.
Yeah, it's very close, but I mean, he might have to take it on because it's really hard draw for 2, and if you don't make the double, you probably give up a steal. So I think he's going to try and he'll
slash it. You throw it hard.
He's going to have to throw Peel and try and just skinny by the guard.
Yeah. for sure. I think we air it to get by, but let's get to make it. Okay. Okay.
Curl 3 inches.
Okay. I think that's
Great.
sure. I like that. You got it, Ryan.
Big chance for a deuce here. Got to get real close to that guard, though. And if you rub, you're going to give up a steal at 2. But the risk is probably worth the reward here for sure.
Yeah, you're not going to get that many chances to get a deuce against Kevin, right? So
No, take advantage of it right now.
yeah.
Well, let's see if he can. We'll tell by the reaction of Desmond if he's
Clean. Hard.
real close here. Going hard for line. Looks like it's by.
Oh, he's made it.
Oh,
there you go, you called it,
just
Mike.
rubbed the yellow, and
That's the danger.
yeah, that's the danger of that shot. But unfortunately, gave up a steal at 2, and
I thought he had it. 5 meter.
You were sleeping, I think they did.
oh, there you go. There you go.
Well, that was his first injury, and he missed
Yeah,
it.
he's not.
He didn't throw very well.
He's not. I can tell already. I thought he was a little tight and he tried to set it, but
It was okay through it.
if I sweep that, we're off it at the
If
hog
that's,
line.
There's that confidence we were talking
boys,
about,
let's now
Mike.
let's,
Some people think
do
it's
what we talked
arrogance,
about.
but you know what? It's interesting. Ben's one of those guys that people love to hate, but he's the nicest guy that you will ever meet.
Okay, guys. Top 4 here. Speeds these.
That's right. There you go. So we got a request for the scoreboard. Sorry, guys, we lost the scoreboard there for a second,
I really
like
like
it.
it.
I
Me
like
too.
or for the whole game. I really haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, you're right.
There
Yeah, you
go.
gotta go, John. Really gotta go, John. Really
So
gotta go.
here's a question from the crowd that we had. It's actually
Hard.
from Ken, so it's Ryan Jakes' dad.
Hard.
Team travel must be
Keep
a
going.
grind there, John. Curious on your opinion on how to address
Great
team
sweeping,
travel.
boys.
You know, it's the bane of any professional athlete's life, right? It's I mean, this year we're loving it. We don't consider this travel. This is an event in our own doorstep. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's about planning, right? It's about looking ahead and trying to anticipate. I mean, obviously for us, it's a lot of time zones, and this U of A team will eventually go through that themselves. It's about good nutrition, it's about good sleep, it's about, and I hate to say it, it's about spending a little bit more money. You might have to upgrade yourself on a flight, and I know that's not an option for many teams.
Yeah, it's not always in their budget, but still.
But sometimes you got to spend money to make money, and I know I'm coming at it from a completely different perspective with this team. But there's lots of little things that you can do. I always say, we talk about you don't scrimp and scrape, and travel does have this huge impact on your ability to perform. So why would you disadvantage yourself before you go to an event by trying to save a couple of dollars, flying on the red eye rather than flying on the flight in the middle of the day? It's a terrific question because there's so many things that come into the travel decisions, and I mean, we're very fortunate that we're at a place financially as a team where we don't have the same worries that many people have. But then when we get to an event, we got to eat properly, we got to sleep properly. We got to, there's certain things that I think nutrition is probably one of the biggest ones, right? I mean, in the good old days of curling, Mike, and you know what I'm talking about here, when you got on the plane with your teammates and you started to have a few beers, those days are gone.
Yeah, you're right. No, those are definitely.
Those days are gone because, I mean, not that I'm going to tell any stories that is going to get anybody into trouble, but if I told you the state of Team Cooey when we arrived at the Briar in 2010 when we won in Halifax, I'm embarrassed to even think of our preparation for arriving there. And so, I mean, we've made mistakes, we've learned a lot, but it's about nutrition, it's about sleep, it's about planning, right? And then it's about having the discipline when you get to an event to get into a routine as quickly as you can, and and plan ahead if you can. Find out. So somebody like me, if I travel with the boys, they go to the hotel, they go to sleep, and I'm out driving around, figuring out where we're going to eat, figuring out where we're going to get groceries. So, if a team travels with a coach, the coach shouldn't be going to bed. The first thing the coach should be doing is getting out there and figuring out what's going on. So it's a terrific question. It's the part of the job that I like the least. I absolutely hate traveling. I hate airplanes. I hate hotels. But you know what? Just because I hate it doesn't mean we accept it. We get on with it, and there's no easy solution there. But it's all about planning ahead of time and asking yourself what's best for us to perform. Because if we don't have that as our number one question whenever we go somewhere, then everything else falls by the wayside. So that's a brilliant question, and I don't think enough teams or enough athletes actually pay enough attention to it.
Oh, that's great comments there. Good question, Ken. Thanks. Keep them coming. Any other questions for John? Let us know.
I think we're close. Yeah, I agree.
Remember, make sure it's not about curling, technique, or strategy. Anything else, he'll answer.
Yeah.
Top 14. Good. It's coming down. Yeah, it's really coming down.
So does the team ever work hard on this situation where they're up by a few points to stay focused and engaged throughout the game and not let it get ahead of themselves?
So great question, because as a new team, we've actually just starting the process of, okay, what does our scoreboard management look like, right? In other words, what do we want to be doing in this situation? I mean, now obviously, up 3, and I'm not going to tell you what that conversation is because I don't know the answer here, but very much that is now part of the new plan with this team is, okay, what are the, I mean, how can I back this up a little bit? We're never going to be a slave to statistics, right? And I think there are certain people that are so locked in on statistics that it drives everything that they do. I think the danger with that is you might become a little predictable.
No, that's
right?
great comment.
Right?
I agree 100%.
And so, and not that we ever disregard the statistics, because there's some that are just so powerful that you can't ignore. But knowing Kevin, and Kevin is very much he's a feel player, right? And I know we have been criticized in the past for, maybe not being as let's call it conventional when it comes to scoreboard management. But then Kevin's response is, but then we don't win some of these events if we played it by the textbook.
That's right.
Yeah. So no, I mean, this is part of the development. It was John Morris actually just literally brought that up 2 days ago, and he said, guys, we've had quite a few big leads in games this season. We've let them slip away. We need better understanding as to what is the game plan there. And so those conversations are happening. I have nothing to do with those conversations because I have no knowledge whatsoever to contribute. But that's great that John recognized that and said we need to talk about this as a team.
Yeah, no, that's great. No, absolutely. And I do bring it up because of some of the results we've seen earlier in the season here. And, like you said, with a new team, it's definitely a little harder to get used to that.
Yep.
Figure that out, but it's great to see that those conversations I'm sure continue to happen all the time, right?
They never stop. They never stop. And I think one of the biggest things is which I think we've done a really good job of over the last 14 years is after games we make sure we thoroughly debrief what went well, what went poorly, and how can we change the things that went poorly. Those are the 3 guiding questions of a debrief, right? You're never going to get better if you don't ask the hard questions after a competition. That's where the most learning is done, right? So that's something that, the boys get a little frustrated with me, but if there's one thing that I'm anal about is we don't get to walk out the curling club until we've at least said, is there anything we need to talk about before we all go in different directions? Because it's hard, right?
It is absolutely
it's hard to do. But it has to be done. It absolutely has to be done.
Well, we see they're up 4-1. A little bit of game management here for sure. They're just peeling off these rocks, trying to get the back one at the same time. Real close on this one. There you go. Perfectly executed and rolls into sit 2.
Think
Yeah,
this
the
way.
great. This is great learning for a team like Jake's. There, you know, you kind of get frustrated sometimes when a team's absolutely making everything on you, and you can't hide a rock. And you know, but they got to stick with it. And I love their determination. They don't seem like anything's bothering them right now.
I'm super impressed. I'm watching them all, and they're all heads are up. You know, shoulders are back, and so they're absolutely still fully involved in this game. Now, flipping that conversation around, Mike, I mean, Jake's team got a couple of big breaks earlier in the game, so now put that back on Team Cooey. The boys didn't get frustrated, the boys didn't get down, and I think that's almost a bigger conversation, is how many times do you play as a curler and you go, how the heck did they just get that? There's no justice in the sport. Well, it doesn't matter, it's done, it's over, it's gone. All that matters is your next shot, right?
That's right.
I think too many people dwell on the fact that, oh, they're getting all the breaks.
What's that?
Well, you know what? You can't do a damn thing about that.
Oh,
all you can do is throw your next shot and throw it as good as you can.
There you go.
Where do you want this to be for depth? Okay.
Yeah, one of the big comments I had for me back in the day, I'm a golf professional by trade as well, and you know, back when I was trying to think I was going to become a player of some kind, which was a long time ago, one of the comments was stop thinking of the result.
Yep.
And just worry about the shot at hand. So,
Yep.
you know, people get caught up on the results too much. And
yeah. Well, my favorite line, and of course, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you which of the great golfers asked the question, but somebody once asked the question, well, what's the most important shot in golf? And the response from one of the legends was the next one.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the only answer you can give.
Yeah, that's right. It's similar to curling too.
Yeah.
You know, it's what's.
What happened to that?
What are you focusing on here? Well, the shot at hand. That's the key.
Exactly.
I guess probably the other way. Hey, it gives you a lot more margin.
He's just going to follow us down. As long as we're second, I can come off too. Full back 8.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's your shot.
Well, they got to try and wrap one all the way to the back 8 there. They can't just throw this top 4, because if they throw this top 4, Cooey's got an automatic 2-foot little run back into it that he'll make 99 times out of 100. So they got to wrap this all the way back 4, back 8, knowing that Cooey's probably just going to follow them down if they get to the right spot. But unfortunately, that's all they have right now is try and get it back there so the angles don't work for the run back. And maybe they get a little break for Cooey, and if not, they might be able to come off his on the side too. The yellow's there for an in off if Cooey happens to make a perfect freeze. So, but first they got to get this rock all the way to the back 4.
This could be the old skipper's deuce coming here, right?
There you go.
He makes a good one here, and then Kevin doesn't make a good one, and then he comes in and polishes it up. So it's, again, it's what I love about this sport. You just, until the rock's finished, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's real good. Full back 8.
Line looks good.
Right
Waits
to back
close.
8, guys. Line's real good. Hard.
Well, I think they did their job when it came to the execution and make sure the angles work, but
Yeah, I got 14.
wanted a little deeper here. Just because if he locks this one on, it's going to be completely covering the pin.
Good, Kev, locking on, buddy.
But as we've said, Mike, he's still got to make the shot,
Still
right?
got to throw it.
I mean, we all know what he's trying to do. He knows what he's trying to do, but if you don't execute, you pay the price.
That's right.
Yeah, just a hair slower, yeah. Sure. Oh, I got all that.
Line's good. Wait early.
What's good?
Clean.
Like to go.
Room.
Like to go.
Whoa, Benny, you're in. Benny. Line post.
Got to go here to finish it.
Gotta go. Yes. Nice job.
Oh, we got it.
Fantastic shots.
Long enough.
Amazing.
Probably, yeah, because the other one isn't really there.
Again, great communication, right? Because if Benny went when he wanted to go, he's going to be chipping off that, and he's going to be wide. So John really
It's
held
just
him off
your
there as long
margin
as he
to
could.
cross
That's
the
right.
top.
There you go. They finished it in there just to get shot on the side of the button. What a great team shot again.
Most is 2.
Give him the score. I don't mind. Down 2 is a long way.
Yeah.
There you go. They're trying to play the one off the wings over here, try and get their deuce that way. They recognize that a single is probably, well, it's even hard to get a single. Really, this is probably their only shot to score.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Probably got to go into it, hey?
Louis made that so good he might force him into taking 2.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. It's interesting that, Mike, isn't it? That sometimes when you leave somebody with no options, the Hail Mary's the only option, and then they make it, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Their focus is on one shot instead of 2 different options.
Exactly.
All the pressure's on the line caller in this situation. Thrower, the team, sweeper's got to be listening, communicating.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hard.
Close here.
Yeah, this is close.
Whoa, hard.
Not a chance.
Close, actually.
Oh, great shot.
Wow.
What
Oh,
a fabulous shot.
there it is for 2.
What a fabulous shot.
Great throw. There's 2. There you go. We forced him into taking 2.
Great speed there, Bob.
A great throw by Jacques there to get back within 1. Scores 4-3. Cooey over Jacques after 4 ends of play. Little update on sheet 1, our other A qualifier game. We've got Botcher and Hardy tied after 4. That's a great game. Hardy's kind of had Botcher's number a little bit this year, and Hardy seems to be coming on strong, so Botcher's got to get going over there if they want to beat what I consider probably the hottest team out there right now. And then on sheet 3, we have 3-1 for Team Sturbe over Van Amsterdam. And of course, sheet 4 looks like the score is 6-1 for Goring. Not sure who Goring's playing over there, but Kennedy. So that's a good game for them. And then over on sheet 5, we've got Team Virtue up 3-2 with the hammer on Team King. Well, Wade Johnson over there and commentated this morning with us. He's over there on sheet 5. And then sheet 6, the score is 3-2. 4-2 for Team Appleman. Hard to see what's going on around here. Too many bodies in the way.
Can't really go. We're already there.
Back on our feature game after a great shot by Team Jacques there and in off for deuce.
Hey.
Sure.
Cooley's playing a little more conservative this end after that one.
Back ring.
Gonna play a little tick shot here,
Hey,
roll for a corner, roll,
Am I going
tap in the
across
rings.
the face or no? Okay. No, into it.
There you go. Precise thoughts in his mind.
Hard, John. Hard, John. Hard, John.
Weight's good.
Hard. Hard. Keep going.
Little heavy, if anything. It's heavy.
Hurt, 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 hurt. Perfect.
Talk about weight control. Holy cow.
Is that a frustrating part of the new rules a little bit that Jacques had to watch that rock crawl to the back, couldn't sweep it.
Yeah, because he could have got that out.
Yeah. But a smart call by Jacques here. He's going to run up and he's He's going to guard the yellow rock because that, even though that's Team Cooey's rock, he's going to use that as his advantage and try and put 2 center guards. But important, he's going to guard the yellow. So
I think we're fine. Are we over? Are we good? Okay, I'm just
going to try and put this in like zone 1, they call it, by the great Team Furby back in the day. 1 would be just over the hog line. Of course, he wants to get pretty much directly in front of that yellow.
Kev, do you like the split on ours or no? Is it not there?
If we make the split, though, that guard's unusable,
Okay.
right?
Well, Kev just put the broom back down,
Okay,
said,
guys.
nope.
You do it.
Top 4.
He looked at it.
I mean, my thought process.
Kevin's
is
got a
if I miss
clear
this, then
view
I
in his
chip the
mind,
red, I
obviously,
still
what he
make the
wants
tip.
to see here.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I like it. It's
I
not
got a
like,
hair light, if anything.
okay, you're my eyes beat.
Line's good. Line's good.
little
Line's
light.
good.
No, it's good.
Just bite the forward, Beej. Looks
curl.
there.
Well, it's good.
Bite the forward, Beej. It's your
Weight's
rock.
good. Weight's good.
Whoa.
Maybe a sliver heavy here. That's finishing
Whoa.
in nice.
Whoa.
Or absolutely perfect.
You've done a
Zach?
nice job with the ice there, Mike. I mean, it's finishing nicely there.
Yeah, that rock wasn't even close to the guards, and now it's almost completely buried.
Down a little bit here.
So, Mike, maybe I fire a question at you here.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you tell people who are naive like me the difference between making ice in a curling club versus the opportunity to make it in an arena? Because obviously, you know, the boys get spoiled playing on this great arena ice.
Yeah.
What's the advantage as an ice maker? What's the capability that you've got in an arena
Still hawk.
that you may not necessarily have in a curling club?
Well, I think the big thing with the arena is that really you only have to make great ice for
What'd you see there?
10 days or so at a time. So it doesn't really have time to make a lot of adjustments. Whereas in a curling rink, you know, you have to maintain it for basically months at a time and deal with fluctuations in climate and changes like that and different amounts of people in your building and the amount of play on one sheet compared to another. You know, when you're dealing with an arena, you're dealing with 7 days and putting the best conditions possible out there, and then after that, it gets ripped up and thrown away. So,
Gotcha.
you know, I think that's one of the easiest advantage. And then of course, you know, the arena, the difficulties are usually dealing with the crowds and controlling the environment that way. Whereas in a curling rink, you have a set environment usually, other than the amount of people in the building.
Right.
But you can control your temperatures a little bit better. And
Just squeak it.
or an arena, you're not 100% sure how many you're going to get sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Off, off, off. Curl, curl, curl. Boy, Johnny. Shot.
But again, you know, you get to see the rocks are at an arena setting. The rocks are usually enhanced straight away, similar to what we did for this event. They just to get a little more curl for the players, and you know that really they happen. And anytime you go to a big event, the rocks are enhanced before the event all the time. So that makes a difference. Whereas here, you're doing them maybe once a year, twice, depending on how much play you get at your facility.
Right.
And, you know, I try and design ice that suits the throwers rather than, you know, you've got to be able to have a nice clean release and consistent release and then good communication so the sweeping can affect it. And that seems to be what we've got here this weekend. And sometimes that's not the best when you get into club curling. They don't always have a consistent release or enough rotation, and then they struggle with it. So it's a fine line sometimes. And, you know, I've kind of come to the conclusion I just try and provide the best possible ice, and hopefully the players learn to adapt.
Yep.
That's a great shot there by Team Jake's got full 8.
I think you go in there with the outturn again. Free.
Yeah, it's hard for him to advance that red with some weight, so he's going to try and put another one in there.
Same exact weight he just threw.
Let's try to get the inside of ours.
Same weight.
Try to get to the inside of ours.
Yeah.
See?
Weight you just threw. Oh yeah. But we got to be 2 at this time.
There you
get
go.
low.
Trying
Yeah.
to get just to the
you think you're
inside of the
heavy?
yellow.
Yeah,
Where was I?
top 4.
No. I was T-line. Really?
Oh, John,
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna give you about the same.
sure.
There you go. Wants to know exact spots there. And when you're dealing with a team of this caliber, definitely a top 4 T-line.
Close,
That's
John, I got
it's
a
2
hip
feet
less.
difference, so.
It's not
Weight's good.
better spot.
Weight's good.
Just for line.
Weight's really good.
Line's good.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
You know, I don't think Benny gets a lot of
Right to it.
credit for his weight
Well,
judging
pretty
there
good.
within the
Line's
curling
good.
world. Everybody knows he's such a
Line's
powerful
good.
sweeper, but
Line's good. Hard. It's light.
Go,
Hard,
Beach. Go,
Beach.
Beach. Go, Beach.
Hard, guys. Go. Harder.
judging the weight and is usually pretty impressive when he's powering, sweeping as hard as he is, still can judge that weight is pretty spectacular. So.
Yeah, I got just under a quarter.
And saying that, they did come up a couple inches light there.
Yep.
So I kind of jinxed them coming down.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, sorry, Ben.
What's he hoping for here? How much? How much?
Having a little bit of technical difficulties with the mics on Team
Heavy,
Jakes.
like, I don't have a lot of margin here, Ryan.
Basically, he's got to hit what he can see here.
Like it. Whoa.
See if we
Whoa.
get the viewpoint of, there you go. He's only got a little bit.
I think he's made it.
He's real close.
Well done. Good shot.
Get out.
Yeah, very nice.
Really, eh? I like peeling the red guards on.
Got rid of a lot. I think Kevin's going to come down and play a corner freeze on that red.
Hey, Beach.
Hey, he's locking on, buddy.
You only have to bury this like an inch.
Top eight weight, boys.
Top
like
8 weight.
one
Just
foot
try and
there.
lock the corner of that red. Change
Just
the
wondering
angles.
about that. I threw that one. Yeah, I think it should be close.
Yeah.
Just that same way we've been throwing. Top 8, Beach.
I like it.
Hair light, if anything. Easy.
Light.
Easy.
Hair light.
Sure.
Yeah. It's light. It's light.
Mine. My rock.
This is way
What
out
do you wanna do with
there.
this? I just wanted to stop, I think.
Well,
Ice again? Or if I get off it, it's lighter, right?
Well, I definitely didn't want to go in there with that weight. Sure.
interesting there. Maybe a little too much ice. I didn't hear a reaction if he got outside the broom or not there, but.
Have a good shot.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice, but I don't
Make
think
the
those
double.
reds are going to be
No,
there
I
for
don't think it
long.
is.
That double's
We're always
pretty
gonna have a
natural
4 foot.
setup.
Like the double?
Give the double a go.
Or you freeze it. Or you
Dilemma, Kevin's thinking if we don't happen to not make the double, he's going to wrap another one in there. Then the steel's on for sure.
Don't hate the freeze.
They might wait and keep that for when they get to Kevin's shot.
We freeze on this half stone.
What do you like, Beach?
Then we have the hack weight for the. This is all or nothing on one. Right? Beach. Here's the thing though. We make the freeze on the half stone, okay? Then we have the hack weight or board weight for I2, or we have the double in off still. If we miss this, like I'm not saying we're gonna miss.
Yeah,
I'm
if
just.
we freeze, he's gonna freeze.
What do you like, Kev?
Yeah, it's fine if he freezes.
We are getting late here. It's we're down to thirds last here, so it might not be a bad time to take a run at it.
I like,
Basically
if we're
what
freezing, we
BJ
gotta stay
sees
like
here is
2/3
what the-
high, though. Then we got him. done pretty good.
Well, he's going to go wide out, turn around.
End of the day, they could play the double. If
He
they
was
hit it
wired
too thick,
around.
they could just roll in there frozen.
Yeah, Johnny, come back here.
As you well know, Mike, this is that classic situation where there's probably a couple of strategic options, but at the end of the day, what does BJ
That was
feel
better, but
is the shot that he wants to throw
I'm
really
still-
is
I'm
going to be
still-
the
I'm still
determining
not sold
factor,
to feel
right?
the red guard isn't the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, freezing, let's go.
End of the day, they,
Lock it up.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
maybe, quite a bit of conversation there,
What
but
turn,
you
Beach?
said they're going to go with BJ sees here, and he sees the double, and like Kevin indicated, that a hit and roll in there is not a
turn.
bad scenario.
Don't take it.
Just can't miss this on the thin side. Got to hit it, at least roll in frozen or make the double, and then Jacques is in a whole lot of trouble.
Whoa. Hard. Back it up, John. Hard. 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 Fine.
Well, it went away, but,
Make a goodie.
well,
Said make a goodie.
Jacques has got to go in here, top
gotta
four.
beat him
Can't
in.
even
You
look
get
hitting
this
that
and
back
you
one
get
because
that.
Kevin's
You get
coming in no
draw.
matter what. So you got to beat him in right now. There you go, great call. A lot of teams might think about hitting that back one sitting around, but a team like Huey's not going to go up there and hit that. They're going to bury one in there. And again, we do have that yellow out in the wings. Maybe it'll be vice versa this time.
Yeah,
you know, might
that's
see
right.
Cooey make that later on for
That's
a big
right.
deuce.
Yeah. Yeah, for most curlers in the world, that yellow outside the rings is not even in the conversation, is it? But
No, but for when you're playing Cooey, you got to be careful of everything.
yeah, anything above the tee line is still in play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So just bite the forefoot, completely buried.
Line's good.
Line's good. Sweepers seem to like it.
Hair tight line.
I think they got to go a little for line here,
Okay,
if you ask
no
me.
finish here. We're losing line a bit.
No,
Coming now.
Half
yeah,
on the
they're
four.
buying a
Line's
second
good.
one. I know
Line's
we're going to
good.
get a lot of late
Very
finish
good.
here, though. They're
Line
right.
just
It
a
might
hair.
peek out the other side. Got to stop.
Okay.
No, right on the top of the pin. Well, missed the guard by a lot, so can definitely move that rock and get shot. Cooey's thinking, can I play the intern at it and maybe get to the nose? And
I think that's a bit more natural finish. Right? Okay. Back forward, shake on the wave or what? Yep. Yeah, you know, if you're throwing back,
Edge of 8 looks like
how far? How you want to just move it a foot or
back
two, right?
button weight.
I think there. Yeah.
Yeah.
there you go.
I like inside
Yeah.
edge. Me too.
So
if
that
I was
rock
throwing
is
this with back forward,
pretty
back eight,
much
I'd wanna see him
completely
middle eight.
buried. You can't see any of that from behind the sheet. We're sitting right behind it. So,
Kinda
but
wait, Kev, just
still, they
D-line.
think they can move it far enough to sit shots. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Players like this love when they
Sure.
can make shots like any shots makeable out there right now. It's got
Yeah, I
all
like it.
about weight control and throwing it to your sweepers.
Yeah.
Interesting, Benny's on the spot to make it curl, so see if that affects it at all. Either way,
We're a hair light if anything.
Yep.
Hard beat.
Yep. Hard.
Johnny doesn't like this one. They're going hard line early.
Hard beat.
Looks
It's
light
a
as
little
well.
light
Keep
on
going.
the
Hard.
fin.
Hard.
Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
Whoa, whoa. Yep, yep, yep.
Yes,
whoa,
yes,
whoa,
yes,
whoa,
yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hard. Hard. Okay. Okay.
No,
That's
no,
good there.
no.
Good plan B, though.
Curl a bit so
Yeah.
you can't draw.
Yeah. As long as you're not frozen to it, it's pretty good.
Definitely a lot more animated there, John, compared to Cooey on the line calls. He was pretty excited on that,
Yeah.
trying to get them to go.
Yep.
Okay. You just threw it. I like same ice if you just get a little bit more, yeah.
It's amazing what a guy with his pedigree, won everything in the world, he can win in curling, and has that kind of passion to play a little event here in Okotoks.
Yeah. No,
It's what makes him a great player.
Yeah. But again, you know, it's part of the bigger picture. We realize that as a new team, we don't have the luxury of, oh, well, we're just going to wait for big events, right? That's, you know, the curling world now is, if you don't take opportunities to play and practice, and there's no better practice than playing in competitions, you're putting yourself at a distinct disadvantage, right? So, you know, had this been a normal year, would we have been here? Of course, you know, that's the big question. Probably not,
No.
right? But it's not a normal year, and right now we are just so grateful for the opportunity to play.
Well, Jacques is going right in here again. He's
Line's
ignoring
good.
all those Cooey rocks that are hanging around.
Little room. Room.
Line
Just
looks
top
pretty
eight,
good. They're
room.
going hard to finish, but we know it'll swing in here.
Little finish, yeah. Little bit. Oh, that's good. Okay, I think that's good.
Good shot.
Very nice, yeah. I think it's good. Hard to know for sure.
Rip it in there and take one or give him one.
What's that? Here? I don't love that, Kev. This is going right back onto this. You want to just play for the one? Yeah. I think we can play that intern top of this through. It's enough. I don't hate that. Like there's a chance it goes over.
It's no hole, eh?
If you
Yeah, I like ripping it with peel.
pick it. No, I'm worried that you can do this. Well, I guess if you do this, it's probably going this way.
Yeah, it's
Well, the only thing I'm
interesting.
worried about is this.
Yeah.
They could really crotch it in there and maybe get a deuce out of this, but
Yeah, it's that would be as
Or-
much luck as judgment, all right?
yeah, exactly.
You're not really going to control that.
No.
That's you hoping for the best. That's not you.
Let's see.
But again, if you've got no other options, then sometimes that
That's
becomes
right.
the shot.
That's all
right?
you have.
Yep.
I don't hate it.
It is easier shot to score. Yeah.
Well, then let's do this. I like it. I'm in. Just tell me
Yeah,
which way you wanna
they
play.
also
You wanna play
recognize
off
the
this one or you
scoreboard
wanna
in
go
this
just straight back
situation
deep?
that if they give them one, that's not a terrible thing.
Yeah, we're
They'll be
split
tied
this
going to
way.
6 with the hammer.
Yep.
Yep.
This is probably the easier way to not give them 2
Yeah.
as well,
Yep.
which would be the worst case scenario.
What, do you got to hit like a quarter? Third? Probably not. Okay, sure.
I see some heat coming here.
Okay, cool, good throw on it.
The old lift delivery.
Whoa! Clean! Hit! Whoa! Whoa!
Got a curl.
Whoa! Come up.
Okay,
Oh,
good shot.
jeez, that's
Wow.
hard
That
to
was a
do.
millimeter from 2.
That's hard to do.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Tie ball game after 5 ends. Team Jake steals 1. And after 5, the score is tied 4-4. What a
boys,
game.
no control
We're in
game
for a
again.
great finish here. 3 ends to go, but 2 hammers to 1, technically, if you think about it that way for Team Cooey. Team Jake's going to go hard, probably go hard for a steal in this end, maybe at least a force.
Yeah. First one half tight, then come around or angle free. Yeah. Bill's Andrew second, attack points my first.
And there's a great example, right, of Kevin throwing it perfectly and doesn't get the outcome. And
Didn't get the outcome, no.
and you know what? Everybody goes, oh my gosh, you know, they've given up a steal. Well, guess what? When you throw it perfect and things don't work out, there's not much more you can
That's
do.
right, yeah.
Okay,
no.
sure. 5's nice.
And they recognize that situation that the steal was in the cards for sure. But man,
really
they were so
didn't
close
make
to
a
two.
lot of, like I made a peel with it, but I think it might cut and die. I don't know. I came up super late the one time and.
Ryan, I'm taking his pair. It'll curl less. It will curl less.
Just ask for less ice. Less ice.
It's funny, I always see this a lot. I've watched this sheet a bunch of times, and a lot of throwers that are missing the odd shot. They might look at the rock as the scenario, and that can be the rock sometimes if they pick up on it, but we've seen one team say there's a few on the yellow, and then another team say there's a few on the red. It's never been consistent here, so I'm, as the ice maker, I'm like, give me some consistency here, but makes me think it probably comes back to user error a little bit.
Yep.
It's close.
But if it's in your mind and you think it's bothering you, then probably better off to make a change.
Just off tight. We're good then. Okay, because he's going to go short. If we go corner. Second one.
There you go, corner guard.
Little light, guys. Little light, fellas. Little light. It's got a curl, too. Hard, John. You got to go. Hard, John. Got to go for weight. Got to go for weight.
Going hard for weight here.
Hard, Johnny. Hard, Johnny.
And he knew right out of his hand it was going to be light, but great sweep.
Great sweep, boys.
That was a great sweep.
Yeah. People think it's light, but it's absolutely perfect. And then, you know, we talk about it lots that, you know, some players might think they threw it light there, and when your teammates had to sweep end to end to get it in the right spot, but that's okay. That's their job sometimes.
Exactly. That is their job.
Yep.
Yep.
As long as the rock gets in the right spot, that's definitely a team shot there.
Yep.
You'll see a lot of younger curlers or recreational curlers again try and throw more weight the next time and they miss the shot. So don't feel like you've missed it just because they had to sweep the whole way.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah. We're tight.
Kevin's going in right away here.
Okay, Johnny, you ready? Top 8.
Well, still got a close game over there on sheet 1.
Really good. I got all there.
Looks like Team Hardy's up 5-4 on Botcher right now.
Clean it, John.
Picking it.
Room. Clean it only, just clean. Just clean, Beach. Roll.
Beach just got to finish. Got to
Roll,
finish.
Beach.
Gotta finish.
Good. Yep.
Got to finish a bit.
Yep. Sweep, guys.
There you go.
Yeah, came down hard.
Beach is so relaxed down there as a sweeper. You don't really hear much from him.
No.
John got a little excited there, thought it was grabbing on him.
3 rocks a slow one, hey?
Beach just relaxed and they did their job and got to the exact spot.
Yeah. Well, that's that personality chemistry, right? You know, you don't want too many people being the same way over a rock. It's if you've got all the colors, you've got the rainbow, right? And that's what you saw there.
There you go.
You can go early. Wait's close.
That comes down hard.
And I think something else that people don't realize about John Morris, he's in phenomenal physical condition as well, right? So he might not be the beast that Ben Hebert is, but John Morris is an absolute specimen when it comes to fitness. And
A little light on that one. Yeah, no, you got to be, all players have to be in top physical condition when you're playing at an elite level. I mean, everybody else is out there doing it. You got to be able to keep up for sure. And so, I tell a lot of teams that I work with, it might not be the first game of the day or the first game of the event, but it's got to be. You got to be the same when it comes to game 3 and 4.
Exactly.
That's where the conditioning comes in.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Well, we're going to try and see a bunch of reds going here.
Whoa!
Little full. Pretty close. And there they... Well, left one up there, but it's kind of a corner guard now, so. Team Jacques is going to switch gears here and try and just work around the corner here. Knowing later on that they might have that red there to use later on if they need to get themselves out of trouble. But I'm sure Cooey's pretty happy with them playing around the corner guard now. Really takes all the steal scenarios out when you're working around the corners.
Big right now. Back line.
Oh, a little heavy here.
Yeah, we're to the hack. Want me to go or are we too far? We're through. Okay. I wasn't sure if I could. Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's a little mistake, or quite a mistake there. That rock was supposed to be top 8, frozen.
I think this is the right call.
But I'll tell you what I did like there, Mike, is, you know, both those sweepers at least walked with the rock all the way down
good.
there.
Going through mine here.
I think there's nothing worse in terms of sending a message to the thrower and recognizing that a pick can still happen, where guys back off and, you know, they stop at the hog line and they just watch it go.
Yeah,
right?
no, you're right.
I mean, it's such a small thing, but at the end of the day, it's great to see that those guys didn't disrespect the thrower and understood that there was a possibility that they still had a job to do.
Anything could
right?
happen, that's
All the
right.
way to it.
How many times do you see it? And even at this level, I mean, and our team has been guilty of it, where it's a bad throw and everybody steps back and it's kind of, well, it's not my responsibility anymore, right?
Yeah.
So that's a great shot right there. But little things like that, I mean, that's where you gotta look for those little victories, and they just showed a little victory in terms of their character there.
Yeah, I always have conversations with my young juniors that, you know, you get parents out there and they talk about certain missing shots and this and that, and players not playing good. And, you know, I try to explain to them that you don't really know if it's the player's responsibility for missing shots. The broom could have been in a dark spot. The sweepers might have said the wrong thing to him in the hack. You know, there's more to missing a shot than just necessarily throwing it down there and miss. And
so true.
You know, I think that's great advice for parents and coaches to understand that the shots are caused, they could be missed by many different reasons, not just, and that's how they handle the result. That shows good character out there. They're all going to miss. It's just how they rebound after that happens.
We got to go around that now.
And of course, no one's out there trying to miss.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, you're not trying to miss the shots. They're all working their best, trying to make the best possible shot. So.
Yeah, you're right. Can we make it over the top, though?
Okay, where do you want it?
Yeah, that's how you
I think where you can look at your teammate, and, you know, this is obviously, you know, in terms of accountability.
Same depth as Johnny's.
If your teammate makes the exact same mistake twice in a row, that's on them, right?
That's right.
They're not dialed in, they're not focused, right? And so that's where you're allowed to have a little look and say, no, that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we always like to see, some kind of adjustment the next time, because then they're refocused. And they recognized there was a slight issue and tried to make. And you know, when you're dealing with young kids, or you know, this level, the adjustment's so minor. But when you get deal with younger junior teams, you know, they might see them throw it through, and then, like I say, if you continue to throw it through, then you have an issue. But if you come up just light of the rings, at least I saw you try to make the adjustment.
Exactly. And of course, the key is how you deliver that message, right? I mean, you never, ever belittle someone, never embarrass them, right? Because, you know, that your team's dead in the water the second that happens.
Okay.
Well, he's going after the one in the rings here.
Almost looks like there's a little flat double there, is there? It's hard to tell the angle.
I don't know. It looks really flat from here. But real close to good here. There you go. Thought you said you knew nothing about curling.
I get lucky now and again.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The blind squirrel gets lucky now and again.
You're holding back. That's all it is. I know.
I like to draw.
Okay.
Coming right in here. Probably recognizes that Jacques is probably going to do that at some point with that stagger set up, so they're trying to beat him in there.
I like the weight. I like the weight. I like the weight.
Line only. We're heavy. We're heavy. Get it by. Oh, off. 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 Well, that was wild. Okay.
There you go. Well, it looks completely buried from here. Just maybe a little heavier than they wanted.
Yeah.
He might be able to see an eighth of that rock, but it's for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, because he's so wide, a little above's really good. Off. Yeah.
So I'm sure you were part of the discussion when Kevin had made some changes to the team back in a couple of years back, and bringing on BJ was a surprise for a lot of curlers out there in the world. And you know, aside from BJ being a great player, what drew Kevin to bring him onto the team to be part of team moving forward in the future?
Well, I mean, it's kind of, you know, you looked at you know, BJ's old team, and I think everybody was aware, you know, Mike's team had run its course, and you know, and it really was just based on, you know, he is a great human being. He's a really good fit with Kevin's personality. He's a hell of a curler, and you know, for all intents and purposes, you know, he was available. I mean, that's the tough thing about our sport, right? It's not like pro sport where we can go and buy somebody.
Make a trade.
Yeah, right. So there was a multitude of things there, but he's been an amazing fit, and he's a great teammate, and he's a great shot maker. So
Right to my broom.
it was a very natural fit. And of course, you know, more of the wild card was Colton Flash, and you know, Colton, terrific kid, terrific player. Just obviously, you know, didn't have his best year last year, and you know, things move on. But you never know what you're going to get with any team, right? You really
that's
don't.
right. Yeah.
Robin rolls out.
Could off the red, but I could just put it back.
Well, that's just it.
He's not going to stay right there.
I mean,
Yeah, it's not always personal.
No,
you know,
no,
it's
no,
just
it's not. It's well, it's, yeah. Sometimes it is,
well,
but
sometimes,
it's
not
rare.
always.
It's
sometimes.
yeah. The majority of the time, it's not. It's what's, you know, what's best for the team, and let's face it, at this level, it's a results-based industry.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
if Kevin believes that he can get better results with a different lineup, then he looks at it. That's something that I personally, I would find that hard to do, and that's not my job. But you know, they don't hesitate to do what they think is best for performance, right? It's much as they have, you know, great respect for one another as human beings. At the end of the day, they make decisions that they think is best for what's going to help me win a championship, and I really respect that. But I also, for me, I mean, so much of my job is based around trust and respect, and then ultimately friendship. And so I always, you know, I look back to the very first version, or maybe not the first iteration of Team Cooey, the second iteration of Team Cooey, when we had, you know, it was Carter, Nolan, Pat, and you know, we won the Briar, and Kevin essentially broke up that team the next day.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was not privy to that in the slightest. And you know, in the long run, I think Kevin made the right decision. But wow, you've just won the Briar, and you're telling the team we're moving.
I'm going somewhere else. Yeah.
Right. And so that's something that Kevin has. You know, some people might say, well, that's heartless, and I would say, no, that's a competitor who wants to do everything possible to win, right? So.
Yeah. No, and we've seen that lots over the years. You know, there's no Kevin Martin used to make adjustments if he had to.
Exactly.
And he kind of paved the way for a lot of these athletes to understand it's.
Yep. Hard. Really hard, Beach.
Shooter.
Good enough.
Well, there you go.
That works. I don't think you have to put a double. Oh. When I hit this, I don't think you leave him on the horn, do you?
No, if I hit it too thick.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Even
Got to be real precise here.
Yep.
Roll here.
Like easy or medium?
I like easy.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen one out here, so I'll just go off what you know.
Yeah, you could almost just make sure you rip that and get it out of there. I mean, there's probably no doubt. Well, I shouldn't say probably no doubt. You never know.
You never know
if
if it's an inch higher than the other rock. It's
doable.
It's doable. Yeah.
Well, it looks like we got 3 open sheets over there. That'll help get our next draw on time. Maybe not, because our scraper's on the other side, so it's always the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure that yellow goes away. And always find it curious, the little things teams do in their routine. And seems like Jake cleans his slider every time before he...
It's not a bad habit to have, though.
Yeah.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. No, you're good. You're good.
Very nice. Well executed.
Yep.
Just play the nose.
There you go. He's got a nose hit for 1.
And he doesn't have a lot of margin here. He's got to be precise here, because if he rolls off, then he might be giving up a steal of 2 even.
Yeah, that's right.
Guess if he's going to roll anyway, he'll roll into the
one on the right.
one on the right.
The one on the right is we're looking at it on the screen.
Kind of wait, Kev.
Don't want to overcurl here, that's for sure.
Wait's good.
It's good.
Clean. Where is he? Whoa. Clean.
There you go. Very nice throw. And he got his 1. So after 6 ends, Team Cooey's got a 1-shot lead. But Team Jakes will have the hammer heading into 7. Little update on the other sheets. It looks like Botcher's actually scored a big 3-ender over there to take a
Good score.
6-4 lead over there. Any of you guys paying attention?
Fine here, Kev.
No. Oh, okay.
See what happens.
We got nothing here, John. So yeah, look, 6-4 over on sheet 1 for Team Botcher. And on sheet 3, the score is 6-3 for Team Sturmey over Team Van Amsterdam right now.
Let's get a force here, boys. Come on.
Looks like we're going all 8 in this one.
Yeah, this has been a very well played game, actually, hasn't it?
It has been an excellent game. A lot of great shots.
Yeah, a lot of good shots. Not a lot of mistakes.
No. Well, that's what you get in your A qualifier, I guess. The 2 teams are the hottest at the moment.
Come on, go. Over. Hard, John. Keep going. Really got to go, boys. Whoa. Good sweep.
Just right on the Curling Alberta logo. Yeah, well, I got a chance. I definitely got to remember to thank Curling Alberta and everything they've done for curling this year. They put a lot of work into getting the guidelines to make the clubs feel safe when they're reopening here. And without them, we definitely wouldn't be curling this year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Team Jakes will be happy probably with a blank here, or 3.
Yeah.
They'd probably with a blank go home with the hammer. It'd be a really good scenario.
No, yeah. Top
So they won't go extremely hard for a deuce, but if it presents itself, they'll definitely take it for sure.
Okay, up 8.
I think Cooey's going to go really hard to try and force him to take one here.
That's good. Lock it on there, boys.
We can't hit it. We can't hit
No, we won't. Dead freeze. Yeah. Where is that one, guys?
Top
Top 8. Okay, let's lock it on.
I love that everybody on the team understands strategy. They pretty much know what shot's coming before Kevin even puts the broom down. I mean,
Line's perfect.
everybody on the team's got to understand scenarios and where they're at in the game and expectations. So.
Go on, you got it, keep going. Yep, keep going. Come on, Johnny, you gotta go. You got a good one. Go,
This is
go, go,
gonna
head
be
down.
some great sweeping.
Head down,
Get that
keep
in
going,
there.
boys. Keep going, John, keep
Made
going.
it easily,
keep going.
easily with
Hell of a
sweeping
sweep,
like
guys.
that. Wow.
Good job, Beach.
Hell of a shot.
Oh, perfect.
Benny's giving John a workout.
That might be the conversation after. So what was no good? Well, I'm really tired from sweeping.
Yeah.
No, as we said earlier, that's actually a great team shot there.
Yeah.
Threw it exactly the way he wants to because it ended up in the right spot. If those sweepers have to go end to end to get it there, that's what they got to do.
And as any curler will know now, John's challenge is to get his heart rate down and get ready for throwing his next one, right? Because
Yeah, absolutely. That's there you go. The coach has called the duty. All he needs is puffer, I think. Man, you make him sweep so much, all he needs is water. So there he goes.
Yeah, we're there. We're there. We're there. We're there. Okay. I must. That's just repeated throws that we missed.
Yeah, there you go.
multitasking here.
I know. We had a timeout.
Yeah.
Ever tap mine on the nose? Bump them behind the tee? That's the best.
Yeah, one of the a lot of things we sometimes train with our young junior teams is we do a lot of laps
right
for conditioning and you know, accountability sometimes on shots and one thing I make them do is run a lot of laps and then I give them 20 seconds to sit in the hack and be able to draw the button.
Right.
You know, learn to be able to control their heart rate and under pressure. And so it's definitely you've got to work at those type of things. It's
very much so.
It doesn't just happen because you have to practice those scenarios.
Very much so.
Oh, it looks like John's going to make Benny do exactly what he just did. Wow.
He's got a pistol here, I think.
Great scrub, guys. Good scrub.
Beautiful.
Beauty, buddy.
What a difference when you got sweepers like that.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
I think I could make everything if I had that sweepers myself.
Yeah, it's a nice asset to have, isn't
Oh, God. Throw it a little tight and boom, just let them hold it right in there.
it? Yep.
Hard.
Well, Jakes didn't like that center guard up there, so he went up and ripped it off. He's just looking to see who's shot or if he's sitting. So we know that one red is shot.
I don't mind either.
Early for that.
Can he nail that? The thing is, if he back into his reds, so it'd be almost nice to be. It would almost be nice if we freeze to be a little bit on this side.
There you go. You ask and you see. So it looks like Jakes is sitting one, but Cooey's second shot at the top of the 8 there.
Yeah.
It's just going to maybe come down and freeze on top of it.
I think I like that. Yeah. You guys like that?
Draw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, lock it right on the nuts. Yeah, nose frozen.
Guys, let's make this real good.
Yeah,
Okay, we want it right on the nose of it.
Yeah. Back forward, Johnny.
Well, I suspect he's going to throw it to his sweepers again. This is conditioning right here. Go end to end on one and then see what happens on this one.
Lead's good.
Hair light. Hard line, Beach. Hard line.
Going hard again here.
Oh, it's gone.
We lost it. Yeah.
Oh, it just kind of grabbed on him there.
Wow.
that.
It's got to stop. Stay on the nose
Never,
of this one.
never,
Nose of this
never.
one. Hard beach. Hard beach. Hard, 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 hard. Okay.
Oh, man.
That one kind of grabbed early on him. Surprise.
But again, another good example there, right? They immediately went to plan B. It wasn't just like give up on
Give
that
up
rock.
on-
Ben
no.
immediately said, let's get it on the nose of that one. And
Do you ever leave a nasty stagger though?
just shows you never stop thinking until all your rocks are stationary.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
alternative
Jake's
where
just
you
trying to decide what he's going to do here. He's thinking about ripping, getting rid of them
The one
all.
and the 3, and then the 4 stays. Well, do you ever like just going around then? Because those lined up well. You to give him a stagger, then he comes around, and now we got to get rid of him. And we're Jason. We beat him in there. None of those are runnable, right? They're not lined up. Well, you leave it open. What does he do?
He's gonna try to nose it. You could get him home.
He could. Those are pretty frozen, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but we hit this blank is still alive.
Sure. If that's what you like, then. Okay. Yeah. As long as there's no stagger, I think that's real good. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Little conversation there with the third and the skip. Desmond's a little concerned with the way they hit these, that if they leave a stagger and then Cooey can wrap one around, they'll never be able to get to it. But there's a chance to hit and roll over here, get rid of a couple yellows,
Yeah, firm weight.
and maybe sit first, second, and third shot. First, second, and fourth, I guess, after this. See what happens. A little full on this, but
Girl, baby. Okay.
just rolled out, so
It curls a lot, and it's just, yeah.
Okay, let's make a shot here, boys. Hey, he's locking on, buddy. No,
Okay.
you throw him while you're throwing him, Beach. No.
I like that ice personally, but
they're thinking that maybe it's going to
Back
overcurl,
four,
but
Back four.
I think they're thinking it might have grabbed that last one a little bit early on them, but brooms will be down here.
I got light. Yeah. Hard early, hard early, hard early, hard early. Hard, get it going. Keep it going.
Oh, some great
Gotta go.
sweeping going on
Screw
here.
right. Gotta go. No, we're close.
This
Come on.
looks actually not bad. I think it's light, but I think they're dragging this.
Keep her going. Keep her going. No, keep her going. Keep her going. Okay.
Wow. Great sweeping again,
Yeah, it was.
end to end. But definitely didn't get it frozen, so there's a run back double here to sit 3.
Yep.
Do I ever make that? Okay. Sure. I don't mind an inch extra. Yeah. That should be plenty.
Nose hit here would be really good. Would have Team Cooey in a lot of trouble. Kind of set that
Yeah,
a
he
bit.
did, didn't he?
He's got to hope it curls.
Oh.
Oh, he's coming off the other one now. Well, again, one of those little redirects that helped them out there.
Yeah.
Blank isn't in the world right now. No, but Dead knows it. Dead knows it.
Beach.
Control weight. Control.
A little full on that too, but Kevin liked it. Benny's just cleaning it down here. Trying to hit it dead on the nose.
Roll out of hair.
Maybe slightly roll out.
Hard, man. Nice.
Very nice. Probably no double there yet.
Not yet, no, agreed.
Okay.
It's pretty good here. They're trying to set nose, and then Cooey nose again. Then they'll have a shot for a double. Cooey will probably try and roll to the outside a little bit here to make that double flatter. We got a little timeout here.
You think we will? No. I thought he was going to throw the in.
Maybe. He doesn't know that.
You betcha.
There you go, trying to roll out just the wings.
Knows the intern too.
Yeah, he threw one out here.
Harder weight shot intern.
Sure. Like control it? Love it. Love it. Yeah, we
So what do you think of this kind of format, the triple knockout, where,
do something similar.
you know, Team Cooey,
Okay.
similar to Banff, if
Ford,
they
yeah,
happen
love
to
it.
win and qualify, they don't play again now till Sunday. Does that...
Yeah, no, I mean, they were actually commenting that you know, they you know, for a
You guys are
bonspiel,
sneaky.
they think this is a really
Sneaky
cool
dogs.
format. They are.
Well, that double is
I mean,
not-
I don't think they would
the
want that at
slipper.
provincials, where if you're now sitting for a day and a half without
Okay, cool.
playing, and you're now in a must-win
Kinda
game,
wait.
that might be a little bit too long of a break. But for this, no, they are actually. They've said that they think this is an excellent format. Yeah, it's always a dilemma, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
do you want the break, or do you want to keep playing, right?
It's really
And
good.
you know, how many times do we talk about, you know, the team that's going into the final that didn't get the automatic berth? They've just won a semi-final. They're on a roll. They know the ice. They feel comfortable.
Hard, Beach, you got a chance. Got a chance. Benny, anything.
Yeah, no,
shot.
you're right.
You know,
It's,
it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. I mean, obviously anybody would love to be in the final and have guaranteed
Yeah.
their spot there, but no, when you have that break, it's
Okay.
you
things
never
can
know.
happen in
yeah.
that break. You never
Yeah.
know. That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're feeling it, especially for a guy like Cooey, who's field player, if he's feeling it, he might not want to stop him.
Well, you know, that's interesting. I mean, the number of times at provincials that he's done it at least twice, where we fall into the sea and then won the entire
Went
event.
through the whole thing.
Right? It's like, I mean, you never want to be in the sea, but it's like, for him, it's okay. You've taken away the safety net. It's time to play. And once you get on that roll, you're almost unbeatable, right?
Yeah.
So, not that we ever game plan it to be in the sea, let me tell you. But we've been, I think in my time with Kevin, I think we've been in the sea at least 3 times,
Wow.
and we've won it 3 times from the sea.
There you go.
Which is a great lesson for anybody, right? That you're never out
You're
of it
never
until
out.
you're
Yeah,
out of
you
it.
get going
and,
and you get on a roll, then
and again,
sometimes
it's
you can't stop
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Well, they're trying the double here, but just set this out a bit.
Hard. No roll. Okay.
Well, tried the audible there to hit it thick enough to stay
down
just
thick.
on top.
I
But
really was.
not bad.
Well, no. Nose or hair wiggle out. It's not that. No. Okay. Roll out a foot, eh? Okay.
Yeah, now he wants to leave a double, but he doesn't want to leave a double where they roll out and blank the end.
Exactly.
So he's trying to roll out a bit that they consider playing the double, but it'll only be for one, and then you'll just see Jake's either drop for his one or play a nose hit.
Okay, let's stick first, and if you know, tease him with it. This guy doesn't look like a big weight bomber.
But you heard Benny say that, and I know it's so obvious,
Sure.
but he says
Yeah,
we
I like
got to
that,
stick first, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
how many times do people forget about the
Not
most
even
important
forward.
thing here is you've got to still have 2 rocks in the house.
That's right. Can't roll out here.
Yeah, just can't. So, and I like the way Benny phrased it. Is he didn't say I can't roll out. He says let's stick it.
Yeah.
Right, that's a real positive
really good,
message for the shooter.
This is
Now whether he makes it or not, I guess we'll find out.
this has to curl quite a bit here. Well, it looked like it had to curl a lot.
Dave! No roll.
Oh, good spot, Cap.
Wow,
Very good.
perfect. Well, it looks like they did exactly what they wanted.
Quarter rock.
Yeah.
Well, you're not hitting it thick and sticking around. You're committing for this.
Huh?
Well, I don't know if you were talking about something hitting it thicker and sticking. You're
Yeah, we're going for that.
yeah. Okay, I like it then.
And if
He's
I
going to
hit
try
it,
it.
you get one.
Yeah.
Or if you hit it.
Going to try to play the double, roll out, blank the end.
Yeah, that's real. The real thing. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Basically quarter, hey?
I feel like the intern here gets more spin.
Yeah, sure.
And this is him playing the percentages now, right? This is the statistics. Like he knows the chances of, you know, tied up without hammer coming home.
Beaten Cooley's going to be.
It's going to be tough, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, with the 5 rock rule, there's still lots of scenarios. But I mean, Rob Krebs, you know, he's a big believer in knowing the stats, and this team will know the statistics here. So this is absolutely the right call. Unless he flashes completely, in which case then it's handshakes, right? So,
Yeah.
but he's not going to do that.
No,
He's
no,
played. This has been a really well played game.
Yeah, he'll be close here. He sees it. It was never a question in his mind. He wanted to play it right away. So, and he does recognize if he hits it a little thick, he can roll in for one.
Yeah.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
That's a
Good.
heck of a
Wow.
shot. Boy, has he played well.
How good is that?
He has-
What a
yeah.
great blank.
He has played very
A
well.
little thicker than we were planning, but that was good. Good throw.
What a shot.
Yeah, he's made like
Two
2 or 3
miraculous shots
game
there.
savers. Yeah.
Called that for the blank. Amazing.
Yeah. No, he's playing with no fear. That's super impressive.
Yeah, great throw.
Okay, let's get a force.
Well, there you go. Now they're going to try and get a force and go to an extra as their game plan.
It's a shade heavier here with the outturn,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Hard to be heavy.
No, 2/3, boys. 2/3.
And I can tell you from our perspective, obviously the boys would, would probably be mad at me saying this, but this is great. This is exactly what we need as a
That's
team.
not heavy. That's
Tough
never heavy.
games and battling for everything, and another team playing. I'm not saying they're playing above their pay grade, but they're playing extremely well. They're making shots, and so this is what we need.
Yeah, no, that's right. They're just getting complete great execution. So
Exactly.
no matter who you play, if they're executing, it's going to be tough.
Exactly.
They had a plan in that end, would go hard for the blank, and they accomplished it. So
Yep.
now they're going to go for their deuce, try and win it right here. And with the 5 rock rule, the deuce is sometimes harder to defend.
Yeah.
It's,
It is.
You know,
Yeah, we're half tight right now. Tight.
Tight. Really.
yeah, we got a final over on sheet 1. Botcher's kind of got a little bit of revenge on Hardy there to take home the victory, 7-5. But Hardy will be let just drop down to the B, and I'm sure you could see those teams playing again once we hit the playoffs.
Hey, buddy.
Tight guard.
Little bit. I'd say.
Hard for line, Beach.
Yeah. Weight's
Line's
good.
good. Line's good.
Weight's
Line's
good.
good. Stay down, beads. BJ's rock. Right on Kevin's broom.
2/3.
Right on Kevin's broom. I think you gotta go.
Weight's
Fire.
good. Weight's
Gotta go.
good. Weight's good. Do you want to?
Oh. Good sweeping, guys.
Bye, Benny.
There you go. He's got their 2 center guards. This game going longer is not helping our keeping the game on time situation here, Don.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez. I got Friday night curling tonight here, so if any of those people are listening, just a heads up, you might be watching a couple ends at the end tonight before you start your own game.
Yeah, I've got your back. I'll tell the viewers.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll just say if it's your fault, John.
Go easy on Mike and blame the coach at Team Coed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I told the boys I wanted a long, tough, close game here to get some practice in.
Real.
I don't care about the result.
Yeah.
They'll care about the result, but I certainly don't. This, as I said, this is for us. We couldn't ask for anything better today.
You know, you're going to get me in trouble here, too, because I have to go out and help do the ice. My guys are out there, but they...
Yeah.
Shade more.
And I'm stuck here doing the commentating the whole time. They'll be doing it by themselves.
Yeah. Don't leave me on my own here.
No, you could be...
Yeah, I can't take over your job here. No chance.
Easy.
There would be a
easy.
steward's inquiry if I was sitting in the booth on my own calling a game of curling. That would...
Weight's really nice. Don't want him.
What a great shot there by Jacques to get right in there, top button. And this looks a little heavy here.
He's made 2 game savers today.
Sit. Never touch.
Oh, great.
Shot, John.
Great shot. Perfect. That looked like it was wide for a long time, then it just buried right in there.
Yep.
This is third rock on the path, though, so probably. Oh, okay, that's a good call. It'll probably even out. It'll be pretty similar to yours then. Seeing close. Okay, Wade's close. That's pretty close. Touchdown. I think we're there. We're top 4.
Close here again. Again, it's going to miss the guard by a long way. As long as it's not heavy, it'll bury in there.
We're just top 4.
There you go. Going sideways in there now. Great spot, great location.
Bump it on the nose.
Yeah. I like that.
I think so, Kev, yeah.
If anything, like, if I'm a hair heavy, is it bad? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That if I'm a hair heavy,
Normally in a regular season, you know, having
It's
this
not
much
that
time would
good.
be no problem, but when you've
Well,
got to
it's not that bad.
sanitize handles, sanitize
Yeah.
numbers,
Yeah.
everything's got to be wiped down, it
Let's
adds
go
just
straight
more
through on
time,
this.
so.
Yep.
I like it. I like this.
What?
The shot. Free.
Oh, me too. Love it.
Coming on the in-turn, hitting that hole.
No, I'd say minimum.
I like it. Hey, top 4 weight. Let's lock it on. Okay, here we go.
I've seen this path a few times, so it'll be closer.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Too much room.
Weight's
Too much-
good.
Way too much room.
Weight's good.
A little heavy.
No, weight's good.
It's heavy.
Back
It's
4.
heavy.
Back 4.
Back 8.
He's all over the red.
Yeah, it's got a little full out of his hand here.
Yep. Whoa, curl. Curl.
Fine, not bad.
Well, not bad, he says, but I don't think they're really going to be happy with that. Maybe just got a little full and a little heavy there. Could it be that the Cooey team's maybe just feeling a little bit of pressure right now, or?
I don't think it's pressure, but I think, yeah, John instantly out of his hand, he didn't like it. did he?
Where's Shooter going? Right over top? Okay.
Bumping that rock in the rings could end up being the second point
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to double peel here,
Right through.
up the middle, or just straight peel one of them. Looks like. Definitely got to be careful where your shooter goes here and doesn't hit that yellow into the rings. Very well executed. Well, they're going to have him thinking here.
Oh, yeah.
You ever throw like T-line on this one and try to get low, like roll or shooter under, which is the safe card, and then line this up so it's
hard to do.
a hard shot, but it's, I think, our best result.
Well, this is the best result. Just bump it in there, anywhere.
Yeah, but
It's a hard shot.
this is their control.
No, but Johnny,
zone.
if you bump this into here,
Yeah, but then he's got, like,
he has nothing.
My first thought is this.
yeah, I think that's the call.
Trying to freeze another one in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Okay.
There you go.
T-line. You bet, dude.
Trying to throw T-line here. Try and wrap one around.
T-line, 2/3. Even half. Half.
Yeah, as you can see,
T-line
they
right
can
beach.
pretty much see all that red right now. So they got to cross the face a little bit, change the angles.
Good. All there.
T-line, back 4.
Back 4. Oh, let's curl.
Back 8. Back 8. John.
I don't think so. Benny, go. It's got to curl. It's got to get inside, Benny. Got to get inside, Benny.
Just trying to work it over there. Maybe a little heavy from what they wanted.
Sure.
They're going to talk about this.
I don't think we need to deal with that guard right away. I think it's just pretty hard, and I think this is the rock. You can't really you can't really overroll.
Yeah, hit that and roll all the way behind the corner would be
Unless you're
pretty
saying this
nice.
is heads and shoulders.
I like hitting that yellow and rolling all the way over behind the corner. There's 2 corners at the top of the house there that we can't see in our picture, but Cooey's got that center line yellow to save him later on, though.
I was thinking, just roll big. Just so that in case we ever need that as some. Well, it will be.
We gotta roll lots so they don't touch that yellow on the way by.
We throw there. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Again, this is not helping my scenario here. Especially with sheet
Yeah, I think
1
we
having
played
the scraper on it, and all these
top
other sheets are ready to go.
Sorry? Easy. Basically same shot as Ryan's last game.
I'm sure all our members are watching this live stream, so we apologize for the late start later. Blame it on Cooey and Jacques.
Swing curl's just a hair more. Wouldn't mind half an inch more.
I say blame it on Jacques because he's made some hell of a shots
Yeah, I
today
know.
to prolong
Keep this game going for sure.
There's 2 game savers he's had, so.
Yeah, that in off the wings there was pretty much. If he doesn't make that, we're done a long time ago.
Yeah, no, he's played. Well, they've all played very well, actually.
This has to curl. Might have made a slight mistake here. I don't know. Well, it's one lonely yellow in there.
Yeah. We got to bump our corner guard in there to a freeze.
That's a pretty good, not a bad result, you know.
Yeah, because you could make it really good and then make this easier.
I
for
don't
him
think
too.
it's what he called, but
No,
But-
no, he wanted to roll big and go all the way over, but it worked out pretty good. Sitting first and third. That one yellow over on the 12-foot maybe will save them later.
That's not
An
bad.
extra point, but not sure.
With what kind of weight?
Yeah, back four weights the weight.
But even if you're on the nose, it's good.
Well,
right?
the best part about it is if you roll to here, it takes this away.
Yeah, but
I think this is the best result, and probably
This is the hardest shot to one. Because this you have a million options with this one.
The problem is you make a good shot here, he runs his back.
the only thing that's good about this one is if we do get low on it, and put it to here, let's say, I think it opens up enough of this one for that double.
Yeah, it does.
You only need a third of that stone, right? You got
It's just it sucks to get rid of our center guard, Beej, is all I'm thinking.
I agree with that.
But I mean, you're playing a shade high to goal.
I think our best shot is raising it right into.
Yeah, they're going to try and tap that yellow just frozen
Yeah, but it goes
or
onto that, right?
into their own, or frozen on the one of the button would be nice.
Tap it a hair, it's a banana.
Guys, do we ever throw the guard on this?
Well,
Okay.
Like, Kev, if we ever open this up, you got a half a stone of that other one. That's the. But if you hit 2/3 of this, you're rolling a rock.
big shout out to my crew out there working hard.
Like you like out
You get one sheet done anyway. God, this better not go to an extra end.
What's the easiest tap for you?
I think we're going to have to jump across the sheet if it does. Sorry, boys. I know the players hate that. We hate doing it, but we're on a time frame here.
Back 8. Yeah, back
Yeah,
12.
back ring weight.
Yeah, you bet, Beej.
You bet.
Now, there's one more stream today at 3:45 will be the game time, but the way this is going, 3:30, 3:45.
7 8 3/4.
And then there will be no streaming tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
4 draws tomorrow. So
I got a thin half.
It's just there. See.
Yeah. Okay, Beej, let's make a good one here. Throw a good shot.
But then if he makes that intern draw, where it's
I mean, I like either this tap or the tap on the center line and roll this way.
having a hard
Okay,
time here
let's do
trying
it,
to
Goof.
decide what the right thing to do. Jakes has got to be happy about this.
Yep.
Got them in trouble. Thinking.
yeah, it's a little more.
Sure.
Back line, Kev. Okay.
Looks good to me.
Looks like.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay.
Back line trying to tap this
No.
on a little bit of an angle, I think. Oh, yeah, trying to cross the face.
Hair light.
Little light. Back 12.
Line
Hard.
out.
Hard.
Weight's not bad.
Weight's good. Hard, John. Gotta go hard. Gotta go hard. Hard, Johnny.
Close here.
Right to it.
It's real close.
Nope.
No, just over curled.
Oh, God.
Talked about that for a long time, and maybe just a little not 100% sure what to call there. Or, well, I'm sure they knew what to call, but what they wanted to make,
Yeah.
I guess. But.
Yeah.
Because we know it's going to run here.
Well, now, big chance here. Jake's mate runs this in, sticks it in there. Cooey's not going to have a heck of, it's going to be real tough not to give them their deuce here for the victory. It's a big opportunity right here.
Yeah.
bit of a speed wobble.
Hard. Close, actually. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Real close. Got a
No,
curl.
no, no.
Got a curl. Well, made the yellow go away and stuck in there with 3. But unfortunately for me, he's probably left a note here to force.
It looks like there's a little port there now, doesn't
Little port to freeze on top, and then it's going to be really hard to get rid of it in 2
Freeze,
shots.
Yep.
Like almost middle of 8 now.
You gotta work that hole. That hole looks a lot tighter from here than it does on the screen, that's for
You
sure.
can hold it with Benny tight there. Right there. Still top button.
But as you say, Mike, if he locks it on there,
T-line
It's
wing.
going to be really hard to get rid of it.
yeah.
Especially if he gets just to the inside. So just on the left-hand side of this rock as we look at it. If he can just cross the face and freeze it,
Means what we've been throwing.
probably got the force point here. But in saying that, Jake's has made some miraculous shots, so you
Yeah.
never know. You don't want to leave him much.
No. And that port is not big. I mean,
No, that is really tight from here.
Kevin's got an inch of wiggle
Weight's
room
really
either
good.
side, I think.
Weight's good. Back 4. Back 4.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, they might have jumped it here.
Weight's good.
Close!
Close.
Room! Clean!
Wow. Hitting this hole is definitely a feat in itself.
let it
Wow.
Holy smoke.
What a shot. Crazy good.
Cut.
Man, that was well executed.
I know you didn't want to see that, Mike, but
I
that's
know,
good
help me
curling.
out.
We're-
Yeah, that is great curling.
Whoever's watching this game is getting a clinic today.
The reason I say that is 'cause you can hit this from hard. Or you're thinking that one. That's tight. I think you got some margin first, right? But I think look at thin cord. It's pretty thin. It's quite thin. I think
Well, what are they going to try? What are they going to make? They've made everything, so
They
I
have.
suspect
No.
he's probably going to make this. So,
They sure
what's
have.
the best scenario to get his deuce right
Little
now? He
thinner
might
now.
angle it in there.
Like a cord.
Little
cord,
scary
it's
because you don't want to leave.
That's good. Doesn't get you a whole lot.
I think they're going. No, I think they're going to go hard for this because they know they need a
Just under
deuce
a
here to
third,
win.
eh?
They don't want to go to an extra without the hammer.
Yeah.
You got it, Ryan.
As good as Ben Hebert's been and great as he is on those tick shots, you definitely don't want to go to an extra.
And if he makes it, what does Kevin do? Exact same shot again? That's all he's really got, right?
I guess. I don't know. Wow. This is TV quality right here,
Yeah,
folks.
this
Oh, yeah,
is.
we are on TV.
This is.
Hope the fans are enjoying this one. It doesn't get much better. Jakes does his traditional cleanest slider, but his routine, and now he's going to settle in, and he's going to throw peel or firm weight here to try and angle the rock in, trying to remove the yellow stone and sit 3.
Whoa!
Oh, a little full on that. Close, though. Got a curl. Real close.
I think he's got it.
That's good.
Wow. Another pistol.
Kevin does exact same shot now.
I don't know. He's going to have to get this one in there, though. He's going to have got to get the exact same shot, but
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
a little different. He could lose here if you don't get it into the button. So,
Yeah.
wow, what a great
I think
shot.
if you put it in here, you're almost guaranteeing a.
John doesn't want to guarantee anything after this display.
I think you throw the same throw. You're for sure second, for sure.
Can he move it an inch?
Throw, I think.
Can he move it and get shot?
I don't think he's trying for shot. I think he's just going to try and sit on top of that because then
Same shot?
I think the best he can get is second here, Mike. Don't you think? I don't know if he can throw enough weight to move that.
I don't
enough.
think so. It's not worth the risk for sure, but if they happen to have the perfect line, they might bump it a couple inches, get shot, and then I don't know if Jakes can remove it. Well, we just saw the exact same shot here. But if you don't get through that hole this time,
It's over.
It's going to
Game
be
over.
a game over.
Yeah.
So.
Plate's good.
So might have been.
Yep. Room. Yep. One room.
Just line.
Yep. Hard.
Bumping a little.
Wow. Hit the hole again.
Oh, right in the crotch.
Oh, beauty, coach.
Oh, and I think it's shot.
More important that we
Andy.
did. Yeah.
This is
In the fourth
you,
bit.
you can't
shot,
pay
Kev.
you can't pay top dollar to watch
problem
this.
is-
What
If we bounce
a
it in,
shot.
we
And
come
you
out
know what he's
with
going to play? He's going to come off the yellow for the win.
Yep.
And I
Good
wouldn't
shot,
be
Kev.
surprised he
There you go,
makes it.
No, he's made absolutely everything.
Wow.
Yeah, and I like his second option there is good as well. If he just comes thin off his red and
I think yellow is shot. Deadeye.
Oh, I guess.
Deadeye, we
Yes,
got
that's
it. We were asking.
We're hitting it.
She's not
Picking up.
responding. She won't pick. Oh, she's saying red. She's been wrong before. So we call her Deadeye Deb. Oh, it's close.
Okay.
Oh, see, he thinks
I think we're
yellow
making it
shot in
straight.
there.
One win and that one's going to count. This one.
So I think the odds of making this or still scoring one are better than stealing.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think it's
still scoring
yeah.
one, maybe. Who knows?
from that angle, you're looking at what, almost a half rock.
Looks like a third, maybe a third to a
Just
half.
above
It's
half.
thinner than it
Third?
looks. It might be. Yeah, I think it's a third. It's pretty thin from
Yeah,
here,
so
but
it's like just-
but it is there for sure.
much as I'm not cheering for him, Mike, I mean he's played phenomenally well, and I'd love to if he's going to win this game, let's make him make this, and then it's hey, you walk away saying you've just curled probably one of the best games he's ever played.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
this would be the third absolute pistol that he has to make.
Yeah, third TV shot here for sure. So we
Yeah.
got the recorders running.
It's been fantastic.
The place is completely silent now. Everybody's watching this shot. It's hard to cut the tension with a knife around here. I'm even nervous.
No. I've been around for 14 years, Mike. I don't get nervous anymore. Olympic trials, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Briar final,
What
yes.
do you mean, the ATB Classic here in Okotoks or not?
I've just thoroughly enjoyed this game, to be honest. This has been an absolute pleasure to watch.
Well, here we go. For the win.
Hard.
Off the wings. Calling to hit a third.
Oh.
Little thick. Over the top.
That's too bad.
One red.
Well, they're saying one red. For my sake, no.
Now you're hoping it's Cooey, aren't you?
I think they're going to measure this.
Yeah.
Oh, Deadeye was right again. Wow.
Oh, well, here we go.
There you go. We got to cross the sheets, unfortunately, boys. Sorry. We've got too much work to do. And they got to do it by themselves. Extra end. Well, I guess that's what the fans deserve after a great game like that. Why not? Let's do one more. Friday night mixed. Not even going to happen tonight the way it's going.
You know what? If they knew what kind of game they've just seen here, they would be happy not to play on Friday
Yeah,
night.
you're probably right. Yeah, they've
This is
one of the
worthy
best games I've seen all year right
Yeah.
here for sure.
Yeah, no, both teams have been phenomenal. And credit to you on the ice, Mike. It's held up great, and that's why guys can make shots, right?
There you go. Well, thanks, John. My guys are out there doing all the work. I'm really just sitting in here talking, watching this curling game. So kudos to John Steele, Peter Keenan out there, Robert Libas. They put so much time in. Plus, we're looking after two other clubs at the same time.
Oh, boy.
So Friday night mix is going to happen somewhere tonight, John. Maybe not in Okotoks, but it's going to happen somewhere. No, we're going to get it out there. Don't worry. We might still be watching this game, but still. Trying to put up a number 1 here, so just over the hog line. It looks like it's perfectly executed, which is to no surprise.
Yeah, very good.
Good.
Nice start.
Here come the ticks.
Okay, cross the face.
Here we go.
Get on that shooter, Johnny.
Yep.
Back line, Aku.
Third of a stone.
Yeah, one of the changes, the sweeper's got to go with this the ticked rock, not the skip cannot sweep anyway. And probably in Kevin's situation, he doesn't want to sweep it anyway.
Hard, John.
Never really got out there this time, so.
No, I think he's.
Head down.
Crossing the face now.
No.
Missed it, missed it.
Just a light, Evan.
Good sweep, man.
No, Kevin, not supposed to sweep there, buddy.
Yeah, he's not even thinking there.
No,
that's a habit of a lifetime there, isn't it?
That's 25 years of curling there, folks. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Yes, guys, don't worry. Peter will have black diamond done tonight. They're all worried because Peter's here scraping. The well, he said Friday night curling is going to happen somewhere. It's going to happen in black diamond for sure. We got black diamond arranged. You're okay, John. We got another John tuning in. The crowd's building, though. I mean, I don't blame them.
Nice and tight.
Ooh, did that? Oh, just short. Great weight.
Doesn't look like it.
Good again?
Well,
Okay.
they're going to try the tick again.
Draw in there.
What's the game plan here, John? Oh, yeah, you don't worry about strategy.
Play the
No,
tick.
no,
Whatever
no,
Kevin calls, right?
Now you're so past my my curling
shot,
eyes
it
here.
Sure.
Sometimes when you don't see the tick made the first time, they come into the
Still
top
gonna
12.
go across it.
Looks like Cooey's going,
He's committing to it.
ticking again.
Yeah.
Probably because those two
Sure,
rocks
I
are
like
really
it.
hard to double peel, you know.
Right.
I suspect that's why they're playing the tick again. If those were staggered better, you might see him come in, then he'll play the double peel on
More
John's.
weight, more weight. Light weight's good.
Not heavy. Gotta go.
It's real close
Curling
here,
as well.
Hard.
but real close here. Oh,
Holy cow.
oh,
You don't see Ben miss 2 in a row like that very often.
Fuck
No.
me.
oh,
You guys
oh,
are
oh, oh.
pumping in the cold
Sorry,
there
folks.
like
I should have
crazy.
pre-warned you. That
Yeah,
was
we
gonna
kind
happen.
of probably. I think they
Hold
probably
there
knew
like
that was
crazy.
coming
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
'Cause
You can hear it going. So, I mean, it's gonna.
wow. Well, now you've got your 2 center guards and you're throwing.
Yeah,
Great situation for Team Jakes here.
yeah. But still a long way to go, as you know, Mike.
Absolutely,
Right.
Little
absolutely.
down.
A lot of things can happen both ways.
Top 8. It's getting good. Still gotta go.
Going hard for weight here, but looks like he's got a real good one.
Go, Gabe, go, go, go. Real good.
Looks like he got a real good one. Nice shot by Andrew there.
Sorry.
Right. Oh, right. Just on the back of the
slid a
pin.
Touch too much.
Yeah, maybe a touch too far. That could sometimes try to be the steal point. So we know what the amount of swing. You wanted that top button because they can move it, no matter where the guard is. Well, here you go. Straight peel. Well, they got one anyway.
Ooh.
Oh,
Actually, that might actually help us.
might
though.
help
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The only thing the only shitty thing about that took away that yellow that they might have used later to come off of.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, he'd probably replace that guard, try and put up another center. Just trying not to stagger. You want to be directly in front of that red that's top just short of the rings.
Seeing
If you
close.
leave any kind of stagger, they're going to try the double
All right.
peel.
Just keep it brushed down. Okay, we're over. We're good. Oh. Can't really go. That's really good.
Not bad. There might be enough of an angle there to take on the double peel, though. think they should have swept that to get directly in front of the other one. They might see them peel the one at the.
Well, we got to make it.
But if I
Top of
make
the 12.
these two
Might
doubles,
see them
like
double
this double
that, yeah.
there, so they got the high guard in the back and the other one that's like that at all. If I rip this one off the button, no, but
I think I like
think
it.
it looks more makeable than this.
I like it actually. I like it because you know what? He's
I like it, Kev. I think this is a.
Here's the thing. Here's the
Kevin
thing.
likes
He
the double
straight keeps
peel
the
and
tight
straight
one
back
beating.
in. It could get
He's gotta
3
make
rocks
a really
moving.
good guard to not leave us a shot. Like an easier run back for you on it.
The reason I like this one is because I can't miss on the nose because of that other guard. It's almost the other guard's like a guide, and this is. If we ever get rid of both these, I like our chances. This one here.
I like it too.
I just have a better feeling about this intern, Kev.
Well, do you think
We're
Kevin
feeling the
sold on
neutral
it based
feel.
on his body language? You would know.
Hey, Johnny, make it.
I don't think Kevin's sold on it, but this is where we've always said what the thrower feels is ultimately what we're going to do, right?
Yeah.
So now it's 100% on John.
Yep.
If John messes up, then Kevin will give him the stink eye and just say, hey, you didn't, right?
Well,
Good, John.
got rid of
Better.
that he wanted.
It's better.
Did leave the yellow there, but that was definitely a problem, Rock.
Okay.
Covering the pin, though. So can't outdraw ones that are on the pin, that's for
I
sure.
like that. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. I'll give you guys good weight.
Well, the only people that would know what's going through Kevin Cooey's mind right now is himself and you, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Close. A little tight. What's that? 100%. And if you go over the top and just make it go away is good. Johnny, you're tight here.
What's the best? Nut it?
Yeah, not it. Yeah,
Okay, you got her, Beach.
Well,
that's a good shot. You bet, Pete. That's
trying to run the yellow in there.
sure.
They run the yellow. They might get
let's
rid of
just
the
make it go
yellow
away.
and both
Plant
reds.
it and see what
I'd
happens.
say 3/4.
Yeah, 7/8, 3/4.
Yeah, you got it.
Good, Johnny.
Big shot here. I would say if anybody had a little bit of a tougher game today, I would say it's BJ. Might have had a little bit tougher than his normal.
Yeah. He's also made a
Yep.
couple of
Oh,
pistols as well.
he's made some
right?
great
So
shots.
Yep.
And you never expect them to miss. It's curl close here.
Oh.
Good shot. Very good.
Missed the line call actually. Had to curl.
Boy, Beach.
I had to
He
sweep
screwed
that
up
a little
well.
earlier.
Oh, that's a good shot, man.
Top, at least you're in the house. Now we.
Yeah, things are
And
pretty
you know
good
what,
now.
Like, that yellow wasn't helping us. Now he's got to be. It's a pretty high guard, right?
Cool. I think Kevin's
I
a little
like that better
surprised
than
he
Nottingham.
missed that line call a little bit. Hit that a little thinner. Angles in and both reds
both
are
good.
gone. But your yellow sticking around over there is not a bad
Yeah, he's
thing.
guarding. We peel.
If we can ever peel the one he's throwing, is what we want to do. If we ever peel this one, is.
Oh, look who shows up, the boss.
Really help them.
Bruno. Buddy, the crew's done an excellent job tonight, Bruno. Big thanks to them all for sure.
Rip this into it.
It's a bit crazy. I think.
The result was Team Botcher winning. We'll have a look at that curling zone when we get a chance. There's a lot of things on the go right now.
Just didn't adjust well there.
Straight field outer.
Botcher was victorious over there.
Okay.
Well, double peel here,
Hot
and
rock, Beach, take
I'm not sure it's going to be real tough to steal. This angle's a little flatter in person than it is on the screen. This is pretty thin.
Nothing
Real
from
close to
Kevin.
good here. There you
Good
go.
job,
Yeah,
Got beat.
Yeah, what a great throw.
that's a game changer right there.
Absolutely, yeah. No, if you're Jake's, this setup is
think so, yeah.
not. You don't really have much to
Just
work
seeing,
with
like,
now.
Here?
One lonely red at the back of the
Okay.
4. Well, just when I'm starting to give
Exactly,
BJ a
yeah.
hard time about maybe having a weaker game, he takes 2 pistols
Yeah,
and
he did.
opens everything up. So
'Kay.
I take it all
So
back.
a little more? 4 inches more? Okay.
See if we can get a time on this. I'm just trying to throw a guard up here. Doesn't necessarily need to be guarding that red. You want to be just about so they can't run it in and peel it off, peel both off. But center line guard would be fine here. They're going to straight peel. They're going to peel the center guard no matter where this is. Just across center is probably the best location.
Line's good.
Jacques has played an incredible game. It's like he's got 9 lives out there. He was playing Sturmey early, and Sturmey
Little bit of room.
just rubbed a guard that
Room.
would have beat Jacques in the previous game. So
Got to cross center. Okay. Keep going.
got to cross center here. This got to go a long way to get across center.
Keep going right over. Okay, well, that's good there.
15-6 on that, just short of the ring. So Ice is still decent speed. You'll see Kui take a run at this.
Make
Try
good
and run
save.
it. Make the double and roll
3/4.
away.
Yeah.
He makes that. Jacques will only be left with a freeze on this yellow over
3/4
here.
maker. I don't think so.
Coming with some heat here.
Whoa, close. Yep, yep.
Close.
Right out of there.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice save on the
I
hack
almost
there, Johnny.
waited a little
Boy,
too long
Kev.
on that one, but
Wow. Well, just like that, things have changed.
I think so, yeah.
Well, now all you got does one little freeze over here on the one on the 8 foot, and
Okay, yeah.
Kui will
Even
have
if
to
you're
make
only
a
on a
decision.
quarter,
If
you
this is
make
not
him throw it,
perfect,
right?
he can either
That's-
hit it for his 1 or draw the 4 foot for the win. No matter what, he's going to have a full
Okay,
4 foot.
do that then.
Or Mikey might try and
You
be
just throw it
nasty
that
to
ice?
you and just blank the end, and we go for
No,
another.
no. John, I quit, buddy. If that happens, you're on your friggin' own, okay?
I'll make sure he doesn't do
Yeah,
that then.
Jesus. If that happens, that's it. I've only ever seen that happen twice, I think, where,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, blanked in an extra. Wasn't on purpose, though,
Right, yeah, I bet.
obviously.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, nose hit for the win, and all of a sudden roll out. Oh, God, that would be terrible. I might as well leave, because Friday night curlers will be just hating me.
Yeah, then it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. Tell him to come speak to me, Mike.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll still be sitting here waiting, John, for them. Shit, he'll be so far gone home. I'll be back in Edmonton.
Oh, dear.
Here we go. Well, I expect him to make this. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
no.
no doubt this will be real close.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's real good. Hold that. Oh, still got to curl up a hair.
It's a little heavy here.
Oh, oh, oh.
It's a little heavy here. I think it's going to bounce off just a little too much.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, I guarantee this won't be light.
Nope.
While we got a chance, the last thanks to ATB, our sponsor. We're going to be shutting down pretty quick here, so we're back at roughly about 3:45. Not sure what game is featured later tonight, but tune in, and this action has been incredible. And I expect more as the weekend goes on. These players seem to be getting better. They're really comfortable with the ice and making tons of shots. So, thanks to our production crew over there. You did a great job, guys. Bruno, don't jump in there now and take all the credit because you weren't here for this game. Next one.
Clean. Keep her down.
Nice clean throw there. Well, we were treated for one of the best games I've seen all year. Definitely shows the talent here in Alberta. You know, kudos to Team Jacques. They hung in there with one of the best in the world, and you know what? They're probably going to be around on the weekend. They keep playing like that. And, I want to send out a thanks to you, John, for sitting in and participating. That was spectacular information. I'm sure our fans
my pleasure.
really learned a lot. And maybe you learned a little bit about curling today.
I sure did. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming out, John. And thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you at the next one.